I think it's working now. Yes. I see
Video,
that the needle
audio?
the needle is moving. So even if the audio on the OBS didn't work, I still have the other audio going. So it wouldn't really matter. It's just I like to have a video an audio track on both of them.
Are we in stereo?
Where available, yes.
Oh,
In stereo, where available.
fucking high five.
What does that even mean? Like every show, like does that mean there were some cable companies that just didn't do stereo?
No, I think it's TVs. Like, I think there might be some, like, mono TVs out there.
Well, there is, but I thought because it says where available, I thought that meant like if you live in Richmond, Kentucky, you don't get stereo.
That might be it.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't. Do they even say that shit anymore? It should be just available everywhere at this point.
I think at this point it's, like, now also available in holographic detail in your room.
Okay.
For you.
Shit, I need to get cable then. This is what I've been missing out on. I'm over here watching Hulu on a TV.
Yeah, man,
What the
that's
fuck?
the difference. Streaming services
that's-
can't give you real immersive television.
That's how they get you.
You don't have to deal with the commercials.
That's the hook. That's the rub, as they would say. Fucking thieves, man. Fucking thieves in the night are Comcast and Time Warner and such.
Yeah, it's a monopoly. I don't understand how it's legal.
Yeah. So, Cody, you got your Kylo Ren and Stimpy mask in.
I did. Kylo Ren, and I like that.
Kylo Ren, dude. All right,
That was
copyright Chronic Confusion.
Copyright.
We're gonna film that.
Kylo Ren and Stimpy.
We're gonna do a parody. Yes. Kylo Ren and Darth Stimpy.
That would be fucking awesome. we could have Stimpy
Yes.
be Snoke,
Yes.
and, or General Hux, or Captain Phasma. Just any one of the other large ones.
Yes.
But Kylo Ren is Ren.
Yeah.
And that is so
Idiot.
just him, just his fucking body with the ears hanging out, wearing the fucking mask with the cowl over it. Like nothing else. So like naked body, hood, and mask.
I wish I knew an animator so we could make this happen. I don't know any animators. Well, I guess we could do it live action somehow.
Is it true? You're just a scavenger?
Stimpy, you scavenger.
I'm immune to the light. That would be perfect. Oh my
I'm
God.
here to do your bidding, Ren.
And then happy joy.
Oh, well, what can we do for log? Remember that? It's log.
BB-8.
It's a ball. It's a ball. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think they'll.
Just have log with a ball on it. like lay it on top of the ball.
I was trying to think of one of the characters we could.
Cinnamon Toast Man.
No, Powdered Toast Man.
Yeah, that's right.
Powdered Toast Man.
Wait, what was that old guy with the really red nose? He was in a lot of them.
Yeah, I forget his name.
The Royal Canadian Mounties.
Yeah. Man, I love some Ren and Stimpy. What about when they fucking brought it back a few years ago and made him gay? Look, I got no problem with gay people, but you know
where it is now? It's
what?
fucking canceled.
Oh, of course. It didn't last long at all.
You know why?
Why?
Because they tried to fucking change it.
Yeah, I mean, look, okay, maybe, like, there were some kind of undertones, like, in the old episodes and shit, but that's where they belong, you know?
It was a kid show, guys.
Yeah, they're jokes whenever you grow up, you look back on the episode and be like, oh, shit, I didn't even catch that joke when I was a kid because I didn't understand,
Right.
you know? That's the beauty of those old cartoon shows, is you can go back, because, like, even in...
Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, well, even in, like... Saturday morning and afternoon, like, network cartoon shows like Ninja Turtles and shit like that. Like, look, the original Ninja Turtle show was corny as fuck. I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But I've watched it recently, and there are some jokes in there that I didn't catch when I was a kid.
Right.
You know, they're not necessarily dirty or anything. They're just what they went over my head at the time. You know, and that's kind of the beauty of, like, these nostalgic cartoons and shit. Is like, you watch them today, and you're like, oh, you know, it's not as good as I remember, but that shit's funny because I didn't notice it back then.
Didn't we dedicate part of the show to Hey Dude last time?
Yes. Hey, dude.
Hey,
fucking,
dude.
we got our nostalgia glasses on over here at Chronic
God
Confusion.
damn, man. Can't get off of it.
Yeah, you know. I'm down with some nostalgia. I got no problem with it. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, well, I guess we've already kind of referenced it, so,
Oh, wait. We didn't even actually talk about what you asked.
Oh, the Kylo Ren thing.
The helmet is awesome.
Yes, let's talk about the helmet.
I like it a
I'll,
lot. We
shit.
should take a picture or something.
Yeah, I'll edit in a picture
Yeah.
later, so you guys will see it. Explain the journey of getting this helmet to the people, because it wasn't as simple as it should be.
It was really shitty, actually. So, I found out about the helmet when I decided that I wanted to actually, dress up as Kylo Ren. And there it was, on pre-sale all the way back in September. Late August, early September. So, I ordered it from Entertainment Earth. And at the time, they said it was going to come out at the end of September. So, I order it. September comes, then it's October. Nothing. Around halfway through October, some people in the Facebook group started posting pictures of it from, the Philippines.
They live in the Philippines?
Yeah, people that were living in the Philippines.
I heard the Philippines are some mean fucking streets, man. I've heard there's some rough shit going on there.
Well, they got Star Wars fans over there.
Yeah.
Which means Star Wars fans are probably mean as fuck over there.
Probably.
Real lightsaber skills.
Somebody probably died for that guy to get that Kylo Ren mask.
He's like, yeah, guys, I got one.
He had to slay some motherfuckers to get it.
So, it kept getting pushed back. I was talking to Hasbro. Hasbro wouldn't give me an answer. It was just horrible, and it ended up coming into Canada and not here, and people in Canada were like, haha. And I was like, God damn.
Fucking Canada.
And no one knew when it was coming out. No one could tell us anything.
Fucking Canada. You think you're so much better than us. You get fucking Star Wars shit before us. Fuck you.
Motherfuckers.
You ain't better. You just got lucky.
Yeah, fucking Trailer Park Boys. But it was last Friday at 1 in the morning, so the Targets out here are closed, but a dude in California in the group posted a picture, and he's like, look, guys, this isn't the Target in such and such California. I was like, oh. So he posted
So
up,
at that point, you knew that they were on U.S. soil.
yeah, and it was great. And so he posted
The Kylo Ren masks have touched down.
He posted the DPCI or DC, whatever the fuck it is, the number that they can punch into their little finders out at Target and just know if they have it.
Yeah.
So I call them as soon as they open, and they're like, yeah, we got 2. And I was like, sweet. So I go there, and it's not on the shelf, so I have to walk up to a employee, and I was like, hey, I need this. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's in the back. I'll go grab it.
Go get it, motherfucker.
So they didn't even have it out for people to buy.
Yeah.
But, they were sold out, because I checked again, because, some people were like, oh, I didn't get one. So I was like, well, I'll get you one if I can find it. But they were sold out, so other people in the area knew about it.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky, because, let's see, it showed me all the Targets between here and Cincinnati, and they are all sold out. So,
Where did you find it?
I got one. I got it in Lexington, the one right in Hamburg.
No.
Which is also where I got my my Captain Phasma Black series.
Hell yeah, dude. I was thinking about getting one of those the other day. I seen one.
You saw the Captain Phasma?
Online.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
get it online. Too expensive.
Nah, yeah, that's why. I seen one online. I was like, that looks pretty fucking sweet.
Hasbro will release one eventually
Oh, you think
off
so?
their internet, the Hasbro Toy Shop.
Yeah.
They did with Kylo Ren. It's $2 more expensive than retail, but it's not
Also,
$30.
I think at the comic book shop up here they have the Funko Pop one somewhere. I think I seem to remember seeing the Funko one somewhere.
I've got the Funko Pop one.
Yeah, I think they have it at the comic book store up here.
But you know what's awesome?
What?
In my Smuggler's Bounty The Force Awakens box, I'm going to get a limited edition Funko Captain Phasma.
Yeah,
But
fuck you.
chrome.
Fuck you.
It's going to be chrome.
Fuck you.
And that's one of 2. There's another one that's also an exclusive.
I'm so pissed that I missed out on the first one.
I ordered
So
the
fucking
boss
pissed.
package,
Big boss.
which means
What's that come with?
I bought a year's worth paid for a year's worth of shipping.
That's crazy.
At one time. And basically, next year, in December, I'm going to get an anniversary gift that's personalized to me from Star Wars. And as long as I continue to pay for a year at a time and don't break my subscription, I'll get one every year. So it's like Star Wars loves me, man.
Yeah, well, they definitely love your money.
Yeah, as long as I don't get fired,
yeah,
I can keep doing it, and I'll be like,
oh. That's pretty much the story of life, As long as I don't get fired, I can keep doing the shit I like to do.
I don't know, man. I call bullshit in that. There's this one person I know.
Uh-huh.
All right, like it's an acquaintance, and this person has never had a job the whole time that I've known them for like 5 years. Never had a job, has never paid to live anywhere, like floats around going wherever they want.
How?
Gets into things like Terrapin and Bonnaroo without paying anything, and I don't know.
I've heard of people that do this, and I
don't understand. It's because it's a woman, so
well,
I think that has part to do with it.
That makes it very easy.
Guys
to do.
Can't do it.
I've known a guy or two, but who knows what the fuck they're doing to be able to.
Do you think it would be worth sucking like 5 dicks to go to Bonnaroo? Because that's probably what they have to do.
Depends on who's playing.
See, I don't even know, man. Cause
if Pink Floyd's there, dude, I'm sucking all kinds of dick.
How many people of Pink Floyd are still alive?
You got Roger Waters, and I think most of the other guys are still alive. I know the original singer, he went a long time ago.
Sid Barrett's dead.
Sid Barrett,
He's dead as fuck.
Yeah. But
he probably doesn't have skin on him anymore.
But they've carried on without him for a while. I think. Dude, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. At least Roger Waters, the voice, and the main guy is still there.
So then what? It's basically just Led Zeppelin's mostly dead, but not Pink Floyd.
Led Zeppelin's not even mostly dead. Just John Bonham, I think.
The singer's dead.
No.
Well, then why the fuck aren't these bands making money?
Are they? Hold on. Well, Led Zeppelin are just really fucking weird. Oh, what am I doing? I could be wrong, so I'm going to look this up because I haven't really paid much attention in the past 10 years or so. Wikipedia.
Did you say you haven't paid attention in the last 10 weeks?
10 years.
Oh, okay. I was like...
Let's see here. So you got Jimmy Page.
He's alive.
He's still alive.
He's the guitar player.
Yeah. And then you got Robert Plant.
He's
still alive. I knew it. But yeah, I think they've been asked about reuniting before, and that's just not something they do. They did play a one-off show recently in the past few years.
Wait, so they're all still alive?
Except for John Bonham, the drummer. But yeah, they just, for whatever reason, and I think too, because they got in a lot of trouble for, ripping off songs and shit.
Yeah.
There was a lot of controversy. Now, it may not have anything to do with it, but I kind of think that maybe they're well, if we play these shows, we're ended up owing people money. That could be part of it. But I don't know that for a fact. But, I like me some Led Zeppelin.
So you're telling me the fucking Rolling Stones are playing every goddamn day of the year, and these motherfuckers won't make money?
I'm not even so sure that fucking Keith Richards is even still alive anymore. I think he's a Weekend at Bernie's situation at this point. I just can't. You look at him, dude. He doesn't even look like he's alive. He looks like a zombie. He looks like he could play a zombie in The Walking Dead and not even need makeup.
Yeah. It's kind of like he's calling everyone, all these other musicians that died young, a bunch of pussies, because he's like, look at me, I'm still fucked up, man, look at me. I'm still high from 1976.
He fucking snorts a fat rail of coke and off of fucking some chick's ass every morning when he wakes up first thing.
And by fat rail you mean half a kilo.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way his heart is still pumping.
That's the secret. Yeah, he has to jump start it every day with a big ass line of Coke.
Right, let's go play.
Oh man, so to finish off the Kylo Ren thing, you said only two.
Yep, only two.
Only two for every Target in America. And Target's the only store that gets them.
So far.
Oh yeah.
So
It's
far,
not, so it's not
man.
an exclusive. They just happen to be the only ones that have gotten it at this point.
I mean, I don't.
Is it just something they're not going to make? Because you would think something like that would be a popular like Christmas item.
Yeah,
you know,
which
like
is
so
why
why
it
wouldn't you
came out
mass
all
produce
sneaky
them?
Pete like.
So why?
Oh,
would
they did. It's a created shortage which fuels the scalper
like
market.
the collectors and shit. Yeah,
Because I mean,
Scalpers.
like the fucking lightsabers, they like released like a very small amount, like 1 or 2 per store,
Yeah.
and these were at like Walmart's and Toys R Us's and Targets and stuff.
Yeah.
And like Kentucky, like every store that I've gone to in Kentucky, they're like, we don't even have any more on order. but there are some you see some from the distributor. Yeah, there's some at the distributor. Why the fuck aren't they here?
No.
But they're there. It's a distributor created shortage which fuels the scalper market, which is why people end up paying 6 times what something's worth, because people like intentionally create this to drive up their profit margin.
And you know that shit rarely ends up working out well for the companies in the end. You know, so I don't understand why they still do it.
I'd
Like-
release them in waves. Like
Well, look-
every week, release like 1 million.
Like Beanie Babies back in the 90s, like
Yeah.
that shit was ridiculous, and it was all manufactured. Like those things weren't collectible. Like they're not even worth the fucking fabric they're made with now. Like,
I don't know, man.
seriously,
That Princess Di Bear is probably worth a cool couple
I mean,
thousand.
I don't know, dude. I mean, like from what I've heard, most of them have lost their value, and it happened quickly too, because they were like really expensive for like a 4-year window, and then it just like plummeted. You know, because people realized that it was like, what are we doing? This shit is not worth money. Like, you know, and the company like pretty much admitted to creating these manufactured shortages so that the collectible values would go up.
Exactly.
You know, and it lasted a few years,
Well,
and then all of
but
a
I
sudden people
will
stopped
say-
giving a shit.
I will say though that the Black Series is marketed as a collectible series.
Yeah, I
So-
still think that they look kind of cheap, though, in my opinion. I mean, compared to like DC collectibles and like those like are really fucking sturdy and really have cool articulation, and it works out. And
Yeah.
I look at the Black Series, and like the Chewbacca looks really weird, and the Vader just looks like cheap, and the Kylo Ren looks pretty cool. But I don't like the Slave Leia looked horrible. You know, the Luke looks horrible.
I think they do really good with masks.
Yeah, anything with a mask ends up all right.
Yeah.
But still, even then, the I don't like the articulation points on them. Like, I don't know. If I was gonna get like Star Wars collectibles like that, the Unleashed series is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I
But
would
those
probably
are like permanent pose.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would
Yeah.
probably forego those to like
Get a hot toy.
well, or a hot toy, or like if like Sideshow Collectibles or somebody made an actual statue, like the Unleashed, but it's like a high quality, like, you know, $200 statue, like
Yeah.
those Ninja Turtles I have,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. Yeah, I would probably collect those, but the figures just don't do anything for me. Not like the Batmans and shit do.
Well, like it's because the figures, especially the Black Series, they like merge a line. They like flirt with both lines of being a plaything
Yeah.
and something you could just set up in a pose.
So I mean, yeah, it can be either like you can put it on the shelf, or your kid can play with it.
Yep.
You know, however you want to do it. So yeah, it looks cool though. We'll put a picture up. I like it. Man,
I look awesome in it. I do.
I mean the what you call it, the voice modulator.
Yeah, it's not the best.
It's not the best.
Do you want me to let him hear it?
Yeah, you can try. I don't think it's gonna come across very well.
I'm interested to see what it hears like. It
What it-
sounds like.
Let me see what that hears like.
Let me see what it hears like on the television.
What's that hear like, boy?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna take that phone back out really quick though.
Edit this shit out. Okay, let's hear it.
I'm immune to the light.
What? Say,
Is it true? You're just a scavenger. Can you hear me?
yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, I got you.
How's it sound, guys?
Loud and clear, Kylo.
I'm immune to the light.
Yeah.
We'll crush the resistance and the last Jedi.
I mean, I understand some of what you're saying.
That weapon is mine.
Yeah, your voice came through a lot on that one.
Yeah. Chronic confusion, motherfucker. Kylo Ren endorsement.
There we go.
I'm gonna be interested to hear that.
That'll give us 1 million subscribers.
Kylo Ren endorses chronic confusion.
Yeah, all the way from the galaxy far, far away.
Kylo Ren, while he's not busy crushing the resistance, comes in to do an interview. Oh, we could do that.
Yeah,
Dude, we could do that, like one of the little skits. Do like a Kylo Ren interview. Well, Kylo, why'd you go bad? No one loved me.
yeah, it could work.
That would be awesome. We have to get that shit rolling. As soon as I get this costume, we'll film that.
Let's do it.
And then we'll put it up like right before the movie comes out. Kylo Ren interview. That'll get like 1 billion hits. You know
Yeah,
it will. If I
probably
can
will.
sponsor that shit on Facebook.
Well, we could do that at like the premiere, like out front of the premiere or something. You know.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some stuff here.
To our actual docket.
Yeah, you know, we
Let's
got
get
caught,
to the docket.
we got caught up on everything, so you know, we're good to go now.
This is how we operate.
Yes. Okay, so we'll start off with some celebrity news. You know, in this chronic confusion, I'm sure most people have probably heard by now that Charlie Sheen, the womanizer himself, the fucking professional hooker slayer, is HIV positive. What a shocker.
I thought you were going to say that you were sure that most people came to Chronic Confusion for their celebrity news.
Yeah, that's what we're known for, you know. People
Celebrity
come here
gossip.
for that.
TMZ gets their scoops from us.
Yes, that's exactly how it works. So yeah,
Yeah, this is an interesting story.
a few months ago, the Inquirer had said that there was a major Hollywood star that has had HIV for several years and has been fucking all kinds of bitches and not telling them about it. You know, basically spreading his HIV all around Hollywood.
Which is illegal.
Yeah, you know.
It's technically like manslaughter
Yeah.
or murder.
And the way they described him, everybody, people were like, well, that kind of sounds like Charlie Sheen. But, you know, it was just a rumor at the time.
That sounds like Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, that sounds just like that guy.
He's winning.
He is. Well, apparently.
He won.
You know, he conquered some boss battles, to put it lightly. So yeah, he came out Tuesday on the Today Show with a Matt Lauer interview.
Well, no, he didn't come out. That's not. You didn't use that properly.
Oh yeah,
Phrasing.
I meant to say he came on the Today Show. I was gonna say he came on Matt Lauer, but that wouldn't sound too good.
Even though if he came on the Today Show, that's not good. You're gonna have to sanitize that shit.
Yeah. So basically, just to try to cover his ass, because I'm guessing that some shit's about to go down. Probably. I mean, he says in the interview that he's already paid some people off, like because they threatened to tell people on him. They threatened to go to the media themselves. And like, I mean, if you're gonna continue fucking and you're gonna tell these girls, because he claims he told them all, but we're gonna get to hear in a little bit that he actually didn't, probably.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna go with this story being the truth at this particular moment. He claims that he told them all about it, and that they were all cool with it as long as he used protection and whatnot. Pothole.
He didn't use protection.
Oh, well, there was a few times at least that he didn't. And God, where was I headed? I was on that road, and I totally fucking hit the pothole and veered off into the woods. And now I can't find my way back. Fucking Charlie Sheen.
Winning.
So okay, let me backtrack. So he claimed he got diagnosed like several years ago, which is about the time when all that fucking winning and Tiger Blood and all that shit was going down. He claims in the interview
when he was fucking Casey Jordan.
Yeah, he claims in the interview that was more just due to the drugs and not so much. Well, he doesn't really say it this way, but it's kind of alluded to. He's like other shit. He was kind of in that mode before he got the diagnosis, but I don't know, man. Like it kind of seems to me like they probably had a little bit to do with each other.
Yeah,
you know, it just makes sense. Like the timing works out. You know, God, I wish I could remember where I was headed on that point.
I wanted to fuck Casey Jordan. I wanted to.
She was one of his goddesses, right?
Yep. Now I can't.
So we're gonna check out a little bit of this Today Show interview. Try to skip around a little bit and find the good parts, maybe.
Charlie Sheen is known to millions for his award-winning body of work on television and in the movies. But this morning, he's here to talk about something immensely personal and private. Charlie, good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
How you been?
Good. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. We've spoken a lot over the last couple of days. And
let me just say first and foremost that your producing team...
Don't touch me with your HIV hand, Charlie.
Don't get so close to spit on me, Charlie. Sit back.
I don't want to catch the AIDS.
Is that a cut on your hand, Charlie?
We here at Chronic Confusion are fully aware that you can't catch AIDS from standing too close to a person with AIDS or HIV or whatever.
But Charlie
We're just joking here, people.
Charlie Sheen sweats a whole lot.
Yeah. Well,
okay?
I mean, one thing I was going to get to was, you know, like, how's anybody surprised by this? Is anybody surprised by this?
I wasn't.
Like, dude, he was pretty open about, you know, how many people he was fucking and how he loved prostitutes and shit.
I'm doing drugs. I'm shooting crack. I'm doing so much crack. People don't even fucking know what I'm doing. I'm fucking all the women and I'm just doing it. I'm winning.
But yeah, he was fucking off the rails for a few years there, man. And he still kind of is, it seems, you know.
I mean, he doesn't look old.
No, he doesn't.
But
I mean,
he's old and with AIDS. Well, HIV.
Yeah. All right, so let's... He's very nervous, too. You can tell he's nervous, you know.
Katie Disler and the Zim have been awesome. Thank you. As have you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Stop prolonging the conversation, Charlie.
Matt's like, shut up.
Yeah, he gets that expression a couple times in this interview. Like, really, dude, come on.
Absolute compassion, and it just means the world. Thank you.
Well, thank you. You know there are a lot of rumors out there right now, and you would like to address them head on, so I'll give it to you. Go ahead.
I have to, yeah. I'm here to admit that I am, in fact, HIV positive.
Bombshell.
I mean, I'm not laughing at the fact that
but he gave it a dramatic...
He gave it that pause, yeah.
I'm here to admit that I am HIV positive. And now I'm going to continue speaking because you guys didn't react the way I thought you would.
Yeah.
I have to put a stop to this onslaught, this barrage of.
You know how you could have put a stop to it was just tell everybody originally when it happened.
7 years ago.
I mean, look, you can have a private life as a celebrity, sure, but I mean, you know, if you're gonna go around fucking, I mean, yeah, okay, you told them all, sure, but you know, I think that because you know that something like this is gonna fuck up your career. You know keeping this a secret is going to have repercussions. That's just how celebrity life is. That's just the celebrity culture. That's just how it is. So if you're going to be a celebrity and that's the life you're going to choose, you're going to be an actor, you got to put it on Front Street because people are going to bring it up. You know, eventually it's going to get out and it's going to be this big thing. You know? So you can't sit there and say, yeah, I know I made a funny noise.
I thought that was me.
No, it was me. So you can't sit there and say, like he said in something a couple days ago, I don't want this to like overshadow my career. I don't want this to be what people remember me for. Then they're going to, because you're the guy that fucked a bunch of chicks while you had HIV and maybe didn't tell a few of them. You know?
Well, what I remember him for is his awesome portrayal in Scary Movie 3 as Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I'm quite fond of the original Major League movie.
I mean,
Shit's pretty funny. Oh, and the Hot Shots movies.
I mean, 2.5 Men was all right too.
Eh,
I mean, it was better with him on there
wish you
because
lost
he
me
was
on
just
it.
playing himself.
well, I mean, I don't really like sitcoms that much. I mean, but it was
something
all
if
right.
it's on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's the only
It's
thing
not
on. I'm
like
not
a
gonna
lot of
complain
people just
about
a
that.
lot of people like they're just like that show's fucking horrible. Like I mean sometimes if there's nothing else on.
I mean, it is what it
background
is.
noise or
It is
something.
what it is.
Yeah. All right.
of attacks and of sub-truths and very very harmful and mercurial stories that are about.
Good Lord, his stutter is driving me crazy. Like I mean, I guess it's a nervous thing, but it's like gosh,
Or it's the
dude.
crack.
Oh my God. Somebody give him a hit or something. He obviously hasn't done his
He's
meds today.
jonesing.
Yeah.
The threatening the health of so many others, which is couldn't be farther from the truth.
I want to talk about those in a second. How many people have you told about this?
I've told enough that I trusted to be in the position.
Charlie Sheen, you of all people should know, don't trust hookers. Like, come on, dude.
Didn't Robert Downey tell you that?
I mean, he should have enough experience to know that on his own.
Charlie Sheen could have been Iron Man, but instead
Yeah.
he got AIDS.
Yeah. Gosh.
Because they were both fucked up at around the same time.
And now he's just iron deficiency man.
Yep.
Actually, I don't know if that has anything to do with that.
Immunodeficiency man.
Yeah, there you go.
The situation that I'm in today.
People you thought you could trust at the time?
Absolutely, yeah.
How long have you known about this? When were you diagnosed?
Roughly 4 years ago.
4 years ago, which is the exact time of that Tiger Blood shit.
Yeah, it started with what I thought based on this series of cluster headaches and insane migraines and sweating the bed.
From the crack?
Sweating
From
the
the
bed.
crack?
Yeah.
Sweating the bed.
I mean,
He's
like,
pissing the bed.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, when you're doing drugs like that and drinking like that, I mean, that shit happens anyways. So I'm surprised he even went to the doctor, because, like, that shit happens when you're doing drugs anyways. Like, until you get your next fix, that's the way it's going to be. And, like, I remember, whenever I had my issues, I'd go to bed feeling good, and I'd wake up feeling like shit. You had to fucking get back to it.
Completely drenched 2-3 nights in a row that I was emergency hospitalized. I thought I had
Emergency hospitalized. I've never heard anybody put it that way.
a brain tumor. I thought it was over. After a battery of tests and spinal taps, all that crap, they walked in the room and said, "Boom, here's what's going on." It said,
Boom! You got HIV.
Wait,
Boom!
hold on. How long did he say he was in there?
I didn't catch it. He didn't really give a specific number. Did
Well,
he?
because, I mean, I've gone to get STD screens, and they're like, "Do you want to do the HIV test?" And you're like, "Yeah."
Yeah, it takes
So
a while.
you
too.
do it, and they're like, "All right, you'll know within 6 months." So,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? You went to the emergency room, they're like, "Oh, shit, man.
I
Yeah,
went-
you got it.
I went
it's
and got
there."
screened. Last time I went and got screened, man, like they never even got back to me. So I assume everything was all right.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I
like
figured they would at least send me something in the mail that says, "Hey, you're good to go."
no, they don't care. It's kind of like with like the IRS. If you don't hear anything, it's
Yeah, it's good
okay.
news, yeah.
Yeah. No news is good news.
Exactly.
So like, that'd be horrible. Get that phone call. So sorry, but due to a clerical error,
see-
we've actually not reported this to you for 3 years that you
end up-
have AIDS.
You end up seeing like the caller ID and it says health department or whatever, and you're like, "Oh shit! Why are they calling me?"
Would you like to get a flu shot? No.
You scared the shit out of me.
I thought you were telling me I have AIDS.
Oh well, you do. You have that too, but
You need a flu shot for real now, okay?
we were gonna get to that.
it's a hard 3 letters to absorb. You know, it's a turning point in one's life.
4 years you have been trying to keep this secret.
Yeah.
And you have said that you have been the victim of betrayal and extortion. You told me that a lot of people.
Okay, if you want to keep this a secret, like, get non-disclosure agreements together. I mean, you're fucking hookers anyways.
Yep.
So there's already paperwork involved. You're transferring money or something, So just fucking pull out a contract, and be like, hey, sign this because, I have AIDS or I have HIV and I don't want people to know.
You have to
And if you
sign
tell
this.
anybody, you're going to fucking be done.
I'll kill you.
Yeah. This contract gives me the legal rights to kill you if you tell anybody.
By giving you HIV.
Yeah. You have to lay there and take it without protection.
Or I get to spit in your mouth.
Ugh.
People have actually demanded money to stay silent about this.
That is true. Yeah, and I've paid those people. Not that.
I mean, but why even let it get to that point? Just be like, okay, fuck it, I'll tell everybody. Like, what is the point of keeping it a secret? You don't want to be known as the guy that has HIV? Well, fuck, you know what? You have HIV.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be a secret because of the fact that, you shouldn't be fucking with people without them knowing. But, again, if you're going to be a celebrity, and you're going to be fucking all these people and telling them you have it, it's going to get out. So just fucking do it yourself and forego all this bullshit.
Many, but enough to where it is depleted the future.
How many people have you paid?
I don't want to guess wrong, but enough to bring it into the millions.
So is he counting the hookers? Because he pays them every time.
And his drug dealers.
His drug dealers.
Like, that would have been the question I asked.
Yeah.
Dude, would you say you've paid out more for people to shut up or for crack?
And that's what people forget is that's money they're taking from my children. They think it's just me, but I got 5 kids and a granddaughter.
You wrote this to me in a letter and shared it with me yesterday. In and around this perplexing and difficult time, I dazedly chose or hired the companionship of unsavory and insipid types.
I hired the companionship.
Of unsavory and insipid types.
It's just like the funniest way to say I bought a hooker.
Yeah, like
I hired companionship.
I can almost guarantee that this conversation happened once. He's like, hey, yeah, it's me, it's Charlie Sheen. You want to do some crack, whatever. But I have to tell you, I've got HIV, and I'm going to give you a lot of money just to not tell anyone about that. And she's just like, you can't catch it twice, let's go. You know what I mean? And he's...
Imagine
Oh, no,
prostitutes. Regardless of their saltless reputations, I always led with condoms and honesty when it came to my condition. Sadly, my truth soon became their treason as a deluge of blackmail and extortion took center stage in this circus of deceit. Were these people that you had sexual contact with and were claiming that you had transmitted the virus to them, or were these people who simply found out about your status and were threatening to tell the world?
More the latter. They for some reason I trusted them. They were deep in my inner circle, and I thought that they could be helpful, and instead they, as I wrote, my trust turned to their treason.
So are we talking about lawsuits filed against you here, Charlie? Are we talking about shakedowns?
We're talking about shakedowns.
Okay. So, I mean, again, you could have avoided all that
Just by coming out.
just by saying that you had it, just being upfront about it, because, again, these fucking hookers, I don't care how many times you've paid them in the past and you're really close with them and you're on a first name basis with Bambi, but, she's a fucking hooker. She's going to betray you. Now, look, no disrespect to hookers out there. Some of my best friends are hookers. But you bitches know you're fucking conniving.
Yep.
Don't even tell me. Don't even play that shit with me. I know you motherfuckers.
I'm a good person.
Anything to get money, you all will do it. I
I'm
mean,
a
come
good
on.
person. I actually go through with it.
If that wasn't one of your qualities, you wouldn't be a hooker. Let's be honest.
Conniving and hookerdom.
Yeah,
Talking about shakedowns, yeah.
Is it true that on at least one occasion you had a prostitute come over to your house who, after a sexual encounter, went into your bathroom and with a cell phone took an image of your antiretroviral medication
That is correct, yeah.
and then threatened to sell that image to the tabloids.
Yes, this is after after I told her that thank you for your time. We're not going to see each other anymore. It was after she spent the day at a health food store buying me herbal.
You know what you
Wait,
do?
wait.
What?
He sent a hooker to the Whole Foods store to
dude.
get him shit. Like,
That's
go
how
to Whole
Charlie Sheen
Foods,
rolls.
sweetheart. Yeah, don't worry about your cheetah print fucking leggings and your tube top and your platform shoes. You'll be fine in there.
Well, that's just all part of the Charlie Sheen experience. Like he calls you up, he orders you over to his house, and the routine is you get there, he gives you a grocery list and some money. You go and get the groceries. You come back, you put the groceries away, you cook him dinner, and then you blow him.
And then you do his laundry and you tuck him in for bed.
Yeah,
and then you fuck him again in the morning and go home.
Yeah, and then the next day he gets a different girl.
So it's like a mom fantasy.
Yeah, kind
He
of.
needs someone to take care of him, but he wants to fuck.
Exactly.
Nice.
It's the newlywed fantasy.
Yeah, it is.
Medications.
I know that was funny, right, Mark? Charlie Sheen thought it was funny.
Are you still paying?
to help me.
Are you still paying some of these people?
Not after today, I'm not.
Ooh.
Burn, bitch.
So you think that by speaking this truth, you'll get out from under that?
That's my goal, and my it's not. I mean, that's not my only goal. We'll talk more about that later. But no, I think I released myself from this prison today.
And it's interesting because these people kept coming over to your house. They kept gaining information that they then used.
They kept fucking him, knowing he had HIV.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the part where he talks about his doctor.
In your words, to extort you, and yet you continued the behavior. You kept bringing these unsavory types,
Which is my part,
to your house.
Which is my part. Absolutely.
And why?
Yeah.
Why would you make the same mistake over and over again?
Because I was so depressed by the condition that I was in that I wasn't. I was doing a lot of drugs. I was drinking way too much, and I was making really bad decisions. That part I own, 100%.
Have you knowingly, or even perhaps unknowingly, transmitted the HIV virus to someone else since your diagnosis?
Impossible. Impossible.
And it's not
Right.
impossible.
Right.
Because even, like, condoms are only 98% effective.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently somebody read an article and told me that he only uses lambskin condoms, which are, like, pretty much not effective.
Yep.
Those are only pretty much effective for pregnancy.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
They make latex-free condoms.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to your doctor with you in a second
I look
about
forward to
that.
it. Good.
Have you had unprotected sex on any occasion since your diagnosis?
Yes, but the two people that I did that with were under the care of my doctor, and they were completely warned ahead of time.
Now, see, originally I thought by that he meant that they were patients of his doctor, so both of them had HIV.
Yeah.
But actually, the doctor comes on later, which I don't have that clip, and the doctor explains that when you're on this medicine for this HIV medicine, it actually makes it like only a 2% or so chance that you could actually transmit the disease or the virus while you're on this medication. So that's what he meant by that. But still, it's not impossible.
So he fucked guinea pigs. He was a guinea pig fucking other guinea pigs.
No. They weren't patients of the other doctor. They were just women that he had the doctor talk to and explain to them that they couldn't. There was a very slim chance that they could catch the HIV while he was on this medication.
But I mean, they're essentially guinea pigs, though.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, I thought you. Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about with that. But
that-
I do have some articles.
I mean, he was going broke.
I mean,
That's what happened. Same thing with Tiger.
You think like he was going broke, and like his idea to get money was just to finally come out and say he has HIV,
Yeah.
so he gets back in the spotlight.
He was just like, no. I mean, like, he was paying these people and he was going broke from that.
Oh yeah.
And he's
so
just like,
it was his last resort.
yeah, he's like, ugh.
I can't afford to keep paying
I
him.
can't even get a good Christmas present this year. I'm not going to be able to afford a metric ton of crack this year.
Emilio won't loan me any money.
God damn it.
Fucking Emilio.
Martin, my dad won't do anything. No one wants to put me in a movie. The Wayans brothers told me I'm done.
All right, from dailymail.co.uk. Why I had unprotected sex with Charlie Sheen despite knowing he was HIV positive. This is the nurse who ignored his doctor's advice and was intimate every day with the actor. Amanda Bruce.
It's a nurse.
Yes.
That's like illegal, isn't it? You're not supposed to fuck your patients if you're a nurse.
I mean, I think that only goes for doctors. I could be wrong. But I think it only goes for doctors. Amanda Bruce said in an interview that she had unprotected sex with Charlie Sheen during the 8 months they dated. Bruce, a nurse, said she knew Sheen was HIV positive and consulted doctors and took PrEP medication before the couple had sex.
PrEP.
Yes. So maybe that's the medication that, like, you take it if you're about to fuck somebody that has HIV and it keeps it from being contracted. I don't know. I don't have HIV. I don't understand. Sheen's physician, Dr. Robert Huizinga, said he... Huizinga?
I'm not going.
Huizinga. Said he advised Bruce against having unprotected sex with his patient. So Sheen says there that, and even his doctor comes on and is like, yeah, it's cool. They can totally have sex, while they're on this medication. But right here it's saying that the doctor said he advised against Bruce against having unprotected sex with his patient. I mean, might have just been because it was the patient, thing. But, I mean, Bruce also revealed that Sheen broke down in tears when he told her he was HIV positive. I mean, yeah, I imagine it would be a hard thing considering your whole image, for nearly your whole career has been like this womanizer.
Yeah.
Like you're this ladies' man. Pretty much the guy he played on 2.5 Men was supposed to be how he was supposed to really be.
Yeah, exactly.
So then you get that, and it's like, well, your whole life is fucking over because you're addicted to sex, and now you really shouldn't be having sex anymore. I mean, honestly, I'm not one of those abstinence guys, but, it's probably the best thing to do.
Right.
Or find somebody else that has HIV, which shouldn't be too hard in Hollywood, you would think.
You know why I like this?
Well,
And this is probably like, rude, but I like this because it's like he bought into himself.
yeah.
To the star of himself that he had created. His ego got out of hand.
Pretty
he was
much.
He was up in his white ivory tower.
It's a hell of a reality check.
And he got knocked back down quite
Yeah.
a few pegs. And it's just like, even like, because a lot of celebrities are like that. And a lot of them don't end up having anything bad happen to them.
Yeah.
So, like, it creates this ignorant culture in American youth to where they're like, we can live lavish lifestyles like that. No, you fucking can't.
No,
All
there
right.
are repercussions,
And you don't have the money to keep yourself fucking healthy.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, dude. Like, if you get HIV or AIDS and you don't have money, dude, you're pretty much screwed.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in the hospital, back in 2006, one of my roommates was this guy. This poor guy, Brian, I don't know if he's still alive. I would doubt it. But he lived longer. I mean, he might still be alive. I don't know. But, I heard from him a couple years after this, and he was still alive. But this has been 10 years ago now.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
who knows? But he had cancer. He had, like, 2 different kinds of cancer and full-blown AIDS.
What? How?
I don't know. Like, he told me, but I was so high on morphine the whole time I was there, I never fucking remember.
Wait, so is a dude that you just met in the hospital?
Yeah, like, he just happened to be my roommate
Was
after
he,
I had
like,
the surgery.
old?
No, he was in his 30s. He was like 35 or 36 or something.
So, I mean, 2 different types of cancer.
Yeah, well, he had, like,
And
tumors and
AIDS.
shit. And he had I'm pretty sure full-blown AIDS. But basically, like, he told me that he pretty much goes to the hospital, like, once a month for like a week and just they have to fucking do all this shit to him just to keep him alive. And he was a really cool dude. He was gay, and that's kind of how he got it. Was into a lot of drugs and shit back in the
That's how he
day.
caught cancer.
Yeah. But basically, because he's not a very rich guy, like, he was on government assistance, but even that wasn't enough to, like, keep him at a really healthy level. See, he got the HIV before he got cancer. Because, see, you get HIV and that attacks your immune system.
Exactly.
And it doesn't become AIDS until, like, your immune system is completely done. You know, that's when it becomes AIDS. So as long as you have the pills and the medications to keep that from happening, you're pretty much golden.
Yeah.
But if you don't have that shit, if you can't afford it, or you're on, like, Medicaid or something, you know, you're pretty much screwed.
I mean, it always just AIDS reminds me of the South Park episode with Jared.
Yeah.
How I really got so skinny was AIDS.
AIDS. Yeah.
I want to give AIDS to your children. see how
Dude,
they're permanent.
I was about to say that. Isn't that so fucking prophetic?
Uh-huh.
That's so crazy, dude.
God damn. You guys are good, Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
I mean, I don't know, though. Simpsons predicted a lot more shit.
Simpsons did it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, I think that the ultimate key of life is located within the Simpsons somewhere. Because, like, it's just everything. It encompasses everything that's ever happened in the world in one way or another. And even shit that hasn't happened yet, apparently.
What if, like, instead of, like, time, or not necessarily time, but, like, history and, like, the future and shit, what if instead of it being, like, a linear path, it's, like, a circular path?
Could be.
So, like, every certain time, like, every so often, like, we enter into a new phase that we've been in before, but it depends on how we react to that phase.
Well, how about this? What if The Simpsons is actually real life,
We're a cartoon.
and we are the dreams of The Simpsons, watching our real lives on TV? And sometimes it reflects. You know what I'm saying? So, like, whenever they predict some kind of crazy shit back in the 90s that happened this year or something, you know, it's like we are just experiencing the dream they're having, the memory of that event at this time.
So we're the Simpsons' dreams?
Yes. I just blew my own mind.
Guys, that's it.
Show's over.
We
World is over. Life is over.
We gotta go process
We
this.
gotta unplug from the Simpsons Matrix. So anyways, Bruce, the nurse, is HIV negative and is no longer dating or having sexual relations with Sheen.
But when did she fuck him?
While he was diagnosed,
So 4 years ago?
at least within the past 4 years.
I'm still confused on why it's going to take, like, me 6 months to find out. But apparently they're like the next day. You're fine.
He didn't make it seem like it was the next day. I mean, he said that he went through a bunch of tests, and I don't know. I got one more article about it. This, I think... All right. USA Today. Oh, actually, I had to copy and paste this one because it was being dumb earlier. So I'm just going to go ahead and hide it. See, it's being dumb. Go away. So I'm going to... This is from USA Today. Oh. I was like, what the fuck? See, what the...
See, I'm getting a
I'm
commercial,
getting so
man.
fucking tired of these fucking websites with their fucking pop-up commercials. Look, I know I've been starting this Amazon thing recently, trying to make a little commission, and I know you guys get a bunch of money for these advertisements. But put them in a banner, put them on the side. You don't need to fucking cover the whole goddamn page.
Man, that's the thing, though.
It's fucking... It's,
Newspapers are dying,
It's
so
infiltration.
USA Today has to make money based on other things than just simple internet traffic.
Yeah. All right, from USA Today. Brie Olson, one of the women Charlie Sheen called his goddesses, who lived with him during the tumultuous period after the actor was fired from 2.5 Men, says Sheen never disclosed his HIV-positive status.
She or he?
Huh?
That she never talked about it, or he never
Sheen,
told her?
Sheen never
Oh,
told her.
Sheen.
Charlie Sheen never told her.
Oh.
That appears to conflict with what the actor said on the Today Show this morning. When Matt Lauer asked Sheen if he had engaged in unprotected sex since his diagnosis, Sheen responded in the affirmative, adding, "The two people I did that with were under the care of my doctor, and they were completely warned ahead of time." Olsen said she was not one of these two women, adding that the timeline of diagnosis Sheen presented on the Today Show overlaps with their relationship. Quote, "He never said anything to me. I was his girlfriend. I lived with him. We were together. He paid me a whole lot of money." Actually, it's not on here, but I figure it goes. I mean, it figures just goes without saying. "We had sex almost every day for a year with lambskin condoms, which do not protect. They only prevent pregnancy," Olsen said on Tuesday on the Howard Stern Show. Olsen also said they would occasionally have unprotected sex. "We were sleeping together every single night. He never said anything ever. I'm clean," he actually said one time. So he actually even told her he was clean, apparently, according to her. Now, who knows how the breakup was? Is she bitter? Whatever. Who knows?
I think
But-
all women are bitter.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of believe her, though. You know?
Oh no, misogynist views.
Yeah. I mean, well, I actually believe her, so, you know.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, like I said, that shit's like dangerous because, like, if he, like, had, all right, is Brie Olsen a porn star? Because the other
think
goddess,
so.
the other goddess was.
She's some kind of thing like that.
So, like, if he fucked two different porn stars when he had AIDS or HIV, and he gave it to them, and then they were fucking people in porn, so they're giving out HIVs.
No.
So, I mean, that just means, like, the porn industry's all HIV. That's the new rumor.
The porn industry is all HIV?
Yep.
Wait, how'd that happen?
Charlie Sheen.
Oh,
He fucked-
you
he
just came
fucked
up with that?
two porn stars.
Yeah, and that's all it took.
And it just,
It spread like wildfire.
I mean, they film like 8 scenes a day.
Yeah, they do, and they only get checked like once a week. It could happen.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it takes the 6 months.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, you see?
I think
God
that's
damn
rare
it.
though. I think usually, I think most of the time it shows up pretty soon. I don't know
That
though.
would suck. That would suck.
Yeah.
8 months later, you get the phone call.
Okay. So Charlie Sheen. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I feel bad for him,
I do-
but
I-
at the
I
same
feel-
time, I don't.
yeah, in a way, I feel bad for him, but I mean, if it's true that he didn't tell Brie Olsen, and if it's
Yeah, then that's a dick move, and he should be charged.
yeah. I mean, well, she doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So. I mean,
Well, but
I guess
still,
she got
even,
lucky.
even the attempt of it.
Or she
but-
might. She didn't really say she didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, well, she. I didn't hear I didn't hear the interview, so she might have. I don't
But
know.
see, that's the human compassion in me saying that I
Yeah.
feel bad for him getting it. But it's
Well,
like the
you know-
cynicism saying I really don't care, though.
it's a. I'll tell you what it is. It's a celebrity thing. It's he's a familiar face. He's almost like a distant family member. You see him every once in a while on TV, and he makes you laugh occasionally. So you get the news like that, and you're like, it kind of sucks for the guy. Just on the surface of things.
Yeah, but at the same time, it doesn't because like he's lucky he didn't overdose.
Well, I mean, yeah, and it's a lesson learned. I mean, and fortunately, he's got the money to deal with that lesson.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's gonna
For
live.
him.
Yeah, he's gonna live a long life. But for people out there that think they can follow the same path, it's like, you need to reconsider seriously, because you're not gonna be so lucky, and even if you are, you're not gonna have the money to prolong that luck.
Nope.
Same.
It's like the same thing with drunk driving.
Oh yeah.
You can do it 10 times and nothing bad happens, and the 11th time you could kill yourself, kill someone else, or get arrested.
I've actually heard people seriously, like being completely serious, say shit like, "Oh, I drive better drunk."
Yeah, and you don't.
Dude. Or drunk driving's fun. Like, fuck you, dude. Seriously,
Right,
do you
exactly.
understand like how bad that fucks up people's lives? Like you kill a loved one or fucking
Or a
kill
family member in the car.
Yeah, like it's just like even if
Same
you've never
thing.
gone through that, at least you should be able to see why it's a bad thing and why you shouldn't even risk it.
Which is the same thing as fucking without protection if you have
Yeah.
HIV.
Pretty much. So Sorry to hear about it, Charlie Sheen. You know
That sucks, but you had it coming.
Yeah, pretty much. You had to have known that this shit was bound to happen.
I mean, you can't fuck 10,000 whores a year and not catch something.
On a regular basis. All right,
Have
so
them go to the Whole Food store for you.
I don't know if this site is satire. I don't think it is.
Dude, animals commit suicide's a good little clickbait right there. Like I'm interested in it because
Well, this is supposedly an animal rights site. It's called the Dodo for the love of animals.
The dodo's been dead for a long time.
Yeah. I looked everywhere on this site I could to see if it was satire, if it was just jokes, but I couldn't find anything. They seem to be legit. But this shit was ridiculous. Have you heard about this?
No.
So you don't want to take a guess at what this is going to be?
Well, if it's an animal site and it's a new toy, then
Actually, you can see the web address up there, so it doesn't really work.
pig truck. You just gave it away. I wouldn't have even looked up
Oh, you
there.
didn't? I figured you looked at it.
No, I didn't.
Okay, well, okay.
Now
so
I'm interested. A pig truck?
this is what people are outraged about. It's a livestock truck.
Why are people mad about that?
Because to them, livestock means slaughtering pigs and cows and shit for food. And the little vegans don't like that. What? So let's check it. These little piggies have to get to market somehow. And what better way to get them there than with your very own slaughterhouse truck?
Wah. Wah.
And Chris Collins, at Chris Collins, New Jersey, says, "This is unimaginably disgusting. Walmart selling a toy slaughtered truck. Hashtag vegan."
Who the fuck's Chris Collins?
I don't know. There he is.
Fuck you, Chris Collins from New Jersey. Fuck you. Hashtag vegan. Dude, every time that people want to talk about this vegan shit,
Man.
I just show them that fucking, the baddie, the baddie guy. What's his name?
What? Batty?
Yeah. The African guy.
Oh, Maxim Beatty?
Yeah,
Or
Max.
Batty,
Yeah.
whatever.
I show him that because
Yeah.
I'm like, this is their whole reasoning, and that's stupid. It's a fucking toy. Guess what? People still work on farms.
Yeah.
I
well,
still want to eat bacon. That's how it gets brought to me.
Well, and the thing about it is, too, you can't tell in this picture, but I think it's actually called a livestock truck, which is not the same thing as slaughter. Like, yeah, some livestock does get slaughtered, but sometimes they're just
transported.
Exactly.
Like we see horses and
Yeah.
cows being transported, not like a giant one like that, but I
Yeah.
see like regular farm trucks driving smaller versions of those trailers all the time.
you see these on the interstate all the time.
Yeah.
You know, it's just ridiculous because it's part of these, like, I told somebody the other day, they were like, what the fuck is up with kids today? And I'm like, I'll tell you what it is. It's our generation having kids and, like, just wanting so much to control every aspect of their lives.
Yeah.
For whatever reason. Maybe it was because they felt as kids that their parents were too rough on them, or they felt that their parents weren't rough enough, or they didn't have parents at all. You know, but whatever it is, there's a bunch of people today that are sheltering the fuck out of their kids.
Yeah.
And you're like, would you have ever wanted that to be you? You know, like, kids got to experience shit. And dude, like, this truck isn't for most kids. Like, this truck is going to sit on the shelves for years. Like, very few of these are going to sell. I can guarantee it.
A fucking super like a guy who's
Kids aren't
on
into
a
this type
farm,
of shit anymore.
A guy who's on a farm is
Exactly.
gonna buy that for his kid and be
Exactly.
like, looks, or a big rig trucker might buy
Yes.
that for his kid.
The kids that are going to get this toy for Christmas or whatever, for a birthday or whatever, are the kids that are probably living in the country. Granny and grandpa are going to buy it for them because the kid likes trucks and shit.
They're
You know?
doing that 4-H showing off sheep or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, these are like the FFA kids.
Yeah,
and
which
what's
is-
wrong with that? You
which-
need farmers.
Yeah, which is a very small percentage, you know, of the population. So again,
Mm-hmm.
most of these trucks are going to sit on the Walmart shelves for years before they're even sold, maybe even months.
Now, I want to point out though, if you close those holes, like literally close those holes,
Yeah,
there's no issue.
yeah, it's just a regular tractor trailer.
Even though that could
that
be used
point.
in human trafficking.
Yeah.
Or drug smuggling.
Well, they don't care about that.
No, 'cause that-
humans aren't worth anything. It's
No.
animals are worth way more than humans.
That's ridiculous. Fuck you, Chris Collins.
Sure, it's a toy, but the idea of selling animal slaughter as the stuff of child's play isn't sitting well with animal welfare groups.
God.
Now, many are calling on Walmart to stop selling the toy vehicle in an online petition. Like, what the fuck, dude? Have we forgotten what the fuck the free market is for? Like I
Or
said,
a free society.
yeah. Well, this truck is not going to sell a lot of fucking units. It's something. It's for a niche market. It's for fucking kids that like farm equipment and livestock. Fucking country kids and fucking collectors probably. You know. So very few are going to get sold anyways. Like, the people that would want this are not going to join your boycott, so you're not going to get anywhere with it. You know, like, so if you really don't like this, just don't buy it, and, you know, you don't have to worry about it. It's still going to be there. Don't fucking ask Walmart to take it off the shelves, because then you're taking it away from a kid that would enjoy playing with it. And whether you fucking like what it represents or not doesn't matter.
Well, you know what? If they want to do that, then I'm taking out fucking goddamn kale. You can't buy kale anymore at Walmart. I find kale to taste like shit.
Yeah, no more tofu, bitches.
No more of that fucking vegan shit.
If you want tofu, go to your fucking Whole Foods and your Wild Oats.
No more soy
Keep
milk.
it out of my Kroger.
You go to fucking Whole Foods, you fucking prick. You send Charlie Sheen's hooker to
You
Whole
fucking
Foods.
malnourished motherfuckers.
Goddamn.
Quote, as a trucker, seeing these in real life is no treat, wrote Susan Schindler of New Jersey,
Schindler's List.
one of more than 4,000 people who signed the petition. Quote, the reality is violence. Do not support desensitization of children. With around 11,500 stores worldwide, Walmart certainly wields some influence over what kids will be clamoring for this holiday season. Will this truck be on some enterprising little tykes list? Quote, a slaughter truck shouldn't be endorsed as a toy, wrote Brittany Sawyer of Virginia on the petition. It isn't fun. It isn't neat. It isn't something I would want my kids to enjoy playing with. Then don't buy it for your kids.
You getting them Power Rangers?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, too. Like, they'll fucking raise all kinds of hell over this shit. But meanwhile, you know, we're okay with The Walking Dead. We're okay with all these. We're okay with violent video games. Well, a lot of them aren't, but you know. But I'm saying, like, there's so many other things.
Dude, no, you gotta be quiet. They're gonna come on this shit now. You done fucked up, Tony.
Well, but I'm just saying
shit.
that, like, in the grand scheme of all these things that they could be complaining about right now, they're complaining about a fucking toy truck.
Hey, man, this is America. That's a first world problem, okay?
Yeah.
We all put a French flag on our goddamn Facebook, and we can complain about fucking people not being vegan.
This is the part of, like, the company has yet to respond to a request for comment, but perhaps there's an argument to be made that children ought to start getting acquainted with the realities of the world they live in. But I like that because it's like the company has not yet responded. Well, of course, because you're all fucking crazy. They don't give a shit.
They're like, what?
They're like, don't buy it then. Get the fuck out of here. You know, like, they're not listening to you crazy vegan motherfuckers. They don't care. Like, you guys not buying this truck, guess what? They knew you weren't going to buy this truck. They still made it anyways.
Buy this truck and get 5 pounds of bacon for free.
Yeah. It fucking comes in the actual trailer of the truck.
Like, shaped like little piggies. Bacon and sausage shaped like piggies.
That's awesome.
Man, now are you getting me hungry?
Yeah. I wish that IHOP up here was open 24 hours. I'd go hit it up. So, yeah, I thought that was funny.
That's fucking crazy.
It's ridiculous, man. You fucking
Seriously,
vegans are getting
Walmart?
out of control, man. Like, live and let live, motherfuckers. You're not going to say, like, dude.
No, you don't get it.
We've been, like, dude, you're not going to fucking turn everybody vegan overnight. You know, like, and you're not going to get anywhere being militant about it either. You're just going to turn people off.
I think what
so
you
just
meant
do
to
your
say-
vegan thing, chill out, do your vegan thing, let other people do their thing, and you know what? They will find their way to it some way. You did, so they will too.
I think what you meant to say is you're never going to turn everyone vegan.
That's what I meant.
Period. Yeah, you said overnight, like as in
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's gonna happen.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I know what you meant.
I think no, I mean, I think you know, I don't think everybody would, but I think there's probably going to come a point in time where people are eating a more balanced diet, you know, and there'll probably be a lot more vegetarians.
Dude,
But vegan, full on vegan, like that whole thing, like it's like, come on, we rose to this point on the food chain for a reason.
yeah,
You know, we
meat
had the
has
brains.
actually helped. Meat has actually helped develop our brains to
Yeah,
be able to
you
go
know.
into this social environment where you idiots want to just stupefy the country.
Yeah.
Like, "Ooh,
And they want to throw around that shit. Oh, well, that recent study that came out about
it's
meat
like
giving you
cancer.
cancer and shit.
It's a class
like,
1 carcinogen.
Well, and the thing is too, like, okay, yeah, if you eat it like nonstop, maybe it could, like if that's all you ever ate. But even then, the chances are very slim. And on top of that, like, most people don't eat that way.
I'd
Yeah.
say it's more like the preservatives and shit that
Yeah.
they put into the meat.
They even said, I think in one of the articles, that as long as you eat a balanced diet that like is equaled out on everything you need, you're good.
I just want to point out though, it's the WHO, the World Health Organization, and the UN, the United Nations, 2 branches of a world government that are trying to say, hey,
New world order.
meat is bad. Fuck that, man. I like to eat meat. I can
Yeah.
afford it. I can't afford a fucking filet mignon.
I can.
But I can get a
sometimes.
T-bone,
It's
baby.
awesome.
But I ain't gonna cook it. I'll go to fucking Walmart and eat their goddamn processed burger. I don't care. I like meat.
Yeah.
I like a fucking burger patty with bacon on top of it. Man. And fuck being vegan.
What was I gonna say? Fuck.
But no, you're right, man. The whole militant process, it's like, oh, we have to completely abolish these radical Islamic attacks. But fuck you, if you like to eat meat, you guys are fucking idiots and deserve to die.
Well, no, what I was gonna say is, like, they don't realize too is if everybody was just go vegan right now, if that just happened for some reason, we wouldn't have enough resources to feed the world. We would never have enough resources to feed everybody on a vegan diet. If everybody in the world was vegan, let alone if everybody in the U.S. was vegan, there wouldn't be enough plants. There wouldn't be enough tofu, like, ever.
What did you know though? Did you know that that China and some other country have actually bought hundreds and thousands of acres in Africa that they're growing like wheat and shit on to send back to their country? China's growing food on another continent to provide food for its citizens.
Well, and let's look at it this way too. Like, take into account the places where people have no choice but to eat meat. Like the Inuits and places in Africa and shit where they hunt everything they eat. And, some people in America still hunt everything they eat.
Yeah, man.
Like, I mean, come on, dude. Like, not everywhere is going to be able to grow crops.
Do you know what's awesome about right now? It's deer season.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means for me? That means that
Fucking
this guy.
venison.
Yeah, it means this guy
I
at my
want some
work,
so bad.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back to work. He took off 2 weeks because he's out there hunting. Okay, like he'll be
Going
back.
hunting.
He'll be back after Thanksgiving, and when he comes back, he's gonna have deer jerky, and I'm gonna eat the shit out of that deer jerky because it's fucking great. It tastes great.
Fuck yeah.
The other night at work, I had deer chili.
Yeah, I was
venison
about
chili.
to say, man, I want some good deer chili.
Mhm. Oh, it was good.
Man, oh my
It
God,
was
I want
spicy.
some so bad.
The deer was good. And you know why? Because I work with
Bambi's so
rednecks.
delicious.
They might be ignorant, racist, and just mountain folk, but goddamn, can they kill and cook good?
That makes some damn good venison.
I like it.
Yeah, man, I like me a good deer burger, but deer chili's my favorite. Oh my God, it's so good, so good. Just
I'm
thinking
telling you,
about
man,
it.
you'd probably really like that deer jerky.
Oh yeah, I like deer jerky too. I'm just saying,
It's
like,
good,
fuck.
man. He seasons it real well.
Yeah, I haven't had deer in so long.
Makes his own wine too, man.
Yeah,
Sweet potato wine, that goes really good with Thanksgiving.
never heard of sweet potato wine.
That's because you've never heard of the man, the myth, the legend that is Malcolm.
Is Malcolm in the middle?
He's on the end. He's an older fella.
Okay, what's to talk about next? Well, I don't want to get into ISIS just yet. Let's see here. Let's check out this debate a little bit. This is from CNN. The Democratic debate in 2 minutes.
That's fast.
Yes.
Are you all ready?
I have a range of views, but they are rooted in my values and my experience.
We're going to win because first we're going to explain what democratic socialism is. And I think we should look to countries like Denmark, like Sweden.
But we are not Denmark. I love Denmark. We are the United States of America.
One of the things that was not reported during that heartbreaking night of
It's so funny. Like, I mean, it's clearly at this point, it's all about Hillary and Bernie. but they still have to cut to this guy every once in a
Hold on.
while.
It's all about Hillary.
Well,
and
I
you
mean,
should
come
know
on,
that.
it
because,
is. They're
because you'll
totally
see-
pushing
yeah,
in that direction.
You
but
see it on Facebook.
I'm just talking about it in the public perception.
Yeah, but public perception is shit.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
You know, which is.
But I'm saying, like, pretty much right now, everybody wants to hear what Bernie and Hillary have to say. You cut to this guy, and everybody's like,
Yeah,
you know?
well, that's the thing. Like, I think this is the older one, isn't it? This is their first debate.
I thought this was the new one.
I know that Senator Webb. No, there's only 3 in it now. It's only Sanders, Clinton, and O'Malley. They're the only ones in it now.
This is the old one.
Yep, that's got to be the old one.
Oh, here it is. No, that's it.
No, that's the one you just had up.
I think I just swore I downloaded the new one.
Oh man,
All
I
right.
haven't seen that one, but I have seen the first one.
Fuck. I could have swore. All right. Well, basically, what I wanted to talk about, we'll just talk about it real quick. Was somebody had asked about, all the contributions she gets and shit, and like
that she got while she was running the State Department.
Yeah, and she's she tries to say that they don't give her the money because they want her to vote her way or to lean her way or to lean their way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Bernie's just completely calls her out on it. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding?" Well, he didn't say fucking, but he basically says, he's like, "Let me ask you people something. Like, if you give somebody hundreds of thousands of dollars or something, I don't remember the exact wording, you expect something from them. Like, clearly these people are giving you all this money because they expect something from you." And then her response to that was, "I was there at 9/11."
Right.
It had nothing to do with what he was talking about. She just throws out this, "I was there on 9/11."
No, I mean it's I mean
What?
if you want proof, fucking I don't like Donald Trump, at all. But what he said during one of their debates when he said, of course you pay him off. Yeah, I gave Hillary money.
Yeah.
And you know what? She did what I wanted her to do. And they're like, well, what did you want Hillary to do? I wanted her to come to a wedding. So she came to the wedding. Because, I bought her. That's what I did. I'm Donald Trump.
Ah, damn it. Let me see if I can find it, because I just want to...
9/11.
She just totally pulled the 9/11 card on something that had nothing to do. Let's see here.
A big gray squirrel is a big conversation success story. A conservation, not conversation. Those are 2 completely different words.
Let's see here. This is from Business Insider. Senator Bernie Sanders unleashed on former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's ties to Wall Street during Saturday night's debate, prompting a quick counterpunch from the Democratic frontrunner. Sanders was asked what he thought of Clinton's Wall Street reforms. He simply replied, "Not good enough." Let's not be naive about it. Why, over her political career, has Wall Street been the major campaign contributor to Hillary Clinton? He continued, "Maybe they're dumb and they don't know what they're going to get, but I don't think so." Sanders proceeded to make the case for why big banks should be broken up and the Glass-Steagall Act, which separated investment and commercial banks, should be reinstated.
Well, now, hold on now.
What?
Bernie can say that all he wants, but he did have a voting record where he voted for the bailout of those giant banks under George W. Bush, and recently he has gutted the audit the Fed bill.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's 2 giant dick moves that are completely against what he's actually saying.
I mean,
Auditing the Fed is unexcusable.
Yeah. Quote, "Why do they make millions of dollars of campaign contributions? They expect to get something. Everybody knows that. Once again, I am running a campaign differently from any other candidate. We are relying on small campaign donors," he said. "That's who I am indebted to." Clinton butted in. "Wait a minute. He has basically used his answer to impugn my integrity. Let's be frank here." "No," Sanders interjected. He just, "No."
No?
"Wait a minute," Senator Clinton shot back. "Not only do I have hundreds of thousands of donors, most of them small, and I'm very proud that for the first time, a majority of my donors are women. Clinton then defended her record helping Wall Street rebuild after the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. Quote, "It's fine for you to say what you're going to say," she told Sanders, "but I looked very carefully at your proposal reinstating Glass-Steagall as a part of what very well could help, but it is nowhere near enough. My proposal is tougher, more effective, and more comprehensive because I go after all of Wall Street, not just the big banks." But yeah, she basically pulled the 9/11 card because she didn't have anything better to say, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, that's all this shit is. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, look, I'll put it to you frankly. I hate Chris Christie.
Yeah.
I hate Chris Christie. But he is one of the better politicians that's up there as far as the way that he talks and delivers what he's saying.
Yeah, he's definitely got
a politician.
He's definitely got a better delivery.
So is Hillary. Hillary's a politician.
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever heard the Bernie Sanders songs? Like where he sings the songs?
I don't know.
Oh my God, you have to hear it. Like he does,
What is
like just like YouTube. Which hey, we're gonna use YouTube to make them money, so that makes us money. YouTube of Bernie Sanders. Where have all the soldiers gone? It's such a good fucking song.
I mean, where
Where all the flowers gone? Yeah, whatever. You guys are in for a
all right,
treat.
well, hold on. Stand by.
This is gonna be so good.
Have to do this.
This is back in 1987.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's an old shit, but it's awesome. I love it.
I mean, this might be copyrighted.
Where have all the soldiers gone?
No, this isn't real.
No, that's him. I swear to
Where
God.
have all the soldiers gone?
What the fuck is this for?
Where have all the soldiers gone?
It's a group of
Gone to
Vermont
graveyards,
artists
everyone.
getting together, and
When
I
will
guess he
they
told him he
ever
could
learn?
sing,
Uh-huh.
and
When
then they
will
showed up
they
and they're like,
ever learn?
"You're gonna do spoken word, buddy. You can't really keep on you can't do." I mean, but it's awesome, isn't it?
I mean, it works.
He's like, "Where have all the soldiers?"
War, the human disease that has plagued mankind forever.
He's always sound the same.
Yeah, I know, right? He sounds like a curmudgeoned old man.
Tanks
Even
and
back then.
planes, bombs and missiles, nerve gas, nuclear weapons.
I mean, he just sounds like a rambling old fart.
I know, right? That's so. I mean, but that's a treat, isn't it?
That's hilarious.
That's something cool.
I figured it was something somebody had edited together or
Oh,
something.
no,
you know, like
that's
all the
him.
other ones.
That's him singing.
That's funny.
Bernie Sanders and 30 Vermont artists recorded November.
Wow.
I'm glad I got to share that with you and our audience.
Yes, that was pretty funny. Okay, so I guess that's all I got to say about that. I could have swore I had that other fucking that debate, but okay.
I heard about that though. That
Yeah,
she was all like,
it cracked me up. Like, cause I was hoping like I was gonna look for like just some highlights of it, and then I saw it. It was the same thing. They did it for this one and the last one, the 2-minute thing.
yeah.
And I must have just accidentally downloaded the other one. But I was just cracking up over that whole 9/11 thing. Like, I was there at 9/11. Like, what? Where did that come from?
The first Democratic debate with that one, I don't remember where he was from.
That weird dude.
The one who was just all smiley the
Yeah.
whole time.
He
the
was just
best.
happy to be there.
I know, yeah,
because he knew
was
he
the
wasn't going
best.
to do anything.
He
like-
was the best.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Would you like to answer the question?" No,
Now
I'm
that
good.
would be the best guy ever to elect a president one time. Like the
Right.
guy that just has
As a joke.
like the head of state like movie.
Yeah.
Like he had no intention of winning. He didn't even think he was going to win.
Right.
You know, like just that guy should win because then that guy like will just really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And really try to do a good job for the people.
But I mean, you know, he'd like show up over there in Russia, and Putin would be like, "Good day, Mr. President." He'd be like,
I'm just so happy to be in Moscow. Never thought I'd be here.
and it's like, "Okay."
I didn't even have to pay.
He'd be like, "We could do a tour if you want."
No, let's get down to business.
Yeah.
What is the business?
The
We want to
happiest
start a
president ever.
hacky sack tournament between countries.
A worldwide
once a
hacky
year.
sack tournament.
Once a year, a worldwide cup of hacky sack.
It just sounds like George Bush #2. Like
And-
the friendlier
or
George Bush.
Jimmy Carter #3.
Yeah.
You know?
Speaking
Ronald
of which-
Reagan #4.
Speaking of which, how the fuck is Jimmy Carter still alive?
Yeah, I know.
That's another Keith
Well, no,
Richards.
he has
Well, never
cancer
did
now.
drugs, but
He has
you know,
cancer now.
Everybody gets cancer if you live long enough. Seriously.
Because that's evolution.
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
it's.
I mean, it's
technically-
almost basically true. I mean, most people
It's
who
mutations.
live, most people who live older than I think 70 years old have like an increased like 80% chance of getting cancer or some shit. It's crazy. Like it's just something about being old that makes it more susceptible.
Is
or
that
something.
just in America though, or like more modernized countries?
I don't know about any place else.
Well, because I mean, you always hear about those really old people, like in
Yeah.
India.
Oh yeah, dude. There's like old people in India and Asia. Oh, India's part of Asia, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
China.
Yeah,
and
they're
shit
like-
that are like 115 years old.
And they look like they're a day
Like-
over 70.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like out there plowing fields, still working real hard, like they're not super old. And then people over here get to 65 and they're like,
Fucking
"Here,
over.
let's give you money for the rest of your life."
Fucking over, man.
You guys have fucking ruined it for us. I'm not gonna get Social. You're not gonna get Social Security. We're not gonna get.
I'm gonna be
shit.
working in a fucking titty bar till the day I fucking die, probably.
But the great thing is that like in like 30 years, you'll be able to play Santa during Christmas.
Yeah.
You'll have like the white beard and the white
Exactly.
hair. It would
Yeah.
be great.
That's what I'll
'Cause
do.
That's what's great about like having black hair like you.
Yeah.
It goes to white, so it
Yeah.
always looks just as cool. You know, because if it's solid black, that's awesome. If it's solid white, that's awesome. If it's patchy, people are like, mm-hmm.
Well, you know what is an interesting fact for you is nobody actually has black hair except for Asians.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Really?
Even like black people's hair is just actually dark brown.
So your hair is just super dark brown.
Yeah. Asians are apparently the only race of people that actually have truly black hair.
Explain that, Bill Nye, you
Yeah,
son of a
I don't
bitch.
know. I mean, I read it on some fucking biology website once.
Well, we're all eighth cousins.
Yeah, right.
I told that to the people at work. They're like, bullshit. And I was like, no, I'll look it up. But yeah, Harvard study. We're all eighth cousins.
Yeah, you can
I
pretty
ain't
much trace it
related to
back.
you. I ain't fucking related to you. Yeah, we are, but it's far enough away.
yeah.
It doesn't matter. Bullshit.
Somehow or another, everybody is. Okay, so I guess we can't really. I don't really have anything else. I don't think we can really
About
dance
old
around.
Bernie.
I mean, I don't really. Oh yeah, actually, Fallout 4.
Wait, hold on. No.
What?
Should we go into the dark stuff
And then do
and
Fallout
then
4?
go into something nice to end it on?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we're kind of a more upbeat show. We don't
Yeah,
ever
well,
end on down
I was
notes.
saying before we got started that I wanted to, like, I've been saying for a while, I want to steer away from the fucking politics and shit.
It's just
But
too hard.
it's impossible, especially whenever shit like Paris happens, you know,
Yeah.
like fucking. And my biggest thing that I just want to get out of the way right from the top is like anybody who says this has absolutely nothing to do with religion is fucking kidding themselves.
Thank you.
I have been pulling my hair out, dude, especially friends of mine in the CKY Alliance. I was in the private Facebook group, and there was this whole fucking argument. It's like, it's not about religion, it's about fucking oil and geopolitics and shit. It's like, dude, that stuff might play a factor, which
It does.
judging
It
by the
does.
manifesto, not much of one. But at the very core of it all, they wouldn't be motivated to do this shit as easily if their religion didn't tell them they would be rewarded for it.
Yeah, well, see, it's on our side. Our side is for the
Yeah.
oil and the
Yeah,
geopoliticizing.
yeah.
That's why we're even over
Exactly.
there. And now that's what happens. Like, I'm not saying that, well, no, Islam is, like, honestly, I'm tired of apologetics for any reason.
No.
But Islam is really, like, if you read the Quran, it's a lot about violence
Yeah.
and making sure that people that don't adhere to that faith are dealt with.
Yeah, and people say it's a religion of peace, and I'm like, yeah, as long as you follow the religion to a T,
No,
and then
really,
you can
yeah.
have peace.
The difference, really, the
but if you
difference
don't, you get
between
fucking killed.
the difference between the Bible and the Quran
Yeah.
is that you have to ignore the New Testament to make the Bible not about peace.
Yeah.
You have to ignore the whole Quran to make it about peace.
Exactly. Pretty much. I mean, that's it. And like, oh my God, what was it? Somebody even pulled out the. You just need to read the Quran, and it's like, dude, I have read a lot, like not all of it, but enough of it. You know, like the shit's in there. It's just like the Old Testament,
right?
And there's even some bad shit in the New Testament, but especially the Old Testament is a lot like the Quran,
and
a lot of the same shit is in there.
What's baffling, and we touched on this when I first got here, but it's like, because of the fact that we have a two-party system, like the same group of people, the same side, the left side, the liberals, the progressives, whatever you want to call them, they're still sitting there and they're supporting LGBT rights, you know? They're like, yeah. And at the same time, they're apologizing for a religion, and these people who are committing these crimes are the same people who are throwing gay people off of rooftops to kill them, because that's the punishment that their book calls for. So, like, you can't defend both of those instances. You can't say you're for women's rights and defend a group that makes women dress head to toe in black and stones them to death for stepping out of line. You can't defend both of them.
Yep.
And that's the flaw in the American political system.
It's ridiculous. And, like, I mean, again, you know, fucking people be like, oh, well, you know, it's not about religion. It's not about, it's like, dude, there is no other motivating factor here. There's just not.
It has to be reformed.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Well,
Christianity reformed.
Because of secularism.
Right.
They opened up to secularism and it fixed it.
Judaism reformed.
But, you know, it's like you have the same things in the Old Testament that you have in the Quran.
Right.
You know, slavery, fucking subjugation of women, fucking oppression of women, fucking rape being condoned and even rewarded in some instances, you know.
Up until Abraham, the Bible and the Quran are like the exact same thing.
Yeah. So it's just like, how can you say that all the fucking bad shit, and that's supposed to be religion of peace? Look, it all comes down to interpretation.
Right.
And number one, like I always say, that right there tells you that it's not the perfect word of any God. Because if it was the perfect word of God, it wouldn't need to be interpreted. It would be taken literal, and it would say what it means and means what it says.
And it would be understood the same way by everybody.
Yes, and so by that logic alone, you could say that the people that did this shit in France the other day and the other radical Islamists are the only ones that are doing it fucking right.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah. I heard a good point the other day.
It's the literal interpretation of the Quran that they're carrying out.
I heard a good thing the other day. The actual radical Islamists are the ones who are more modernized. The ones who don't want to go by Sharia law. They think that that's outdated.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, to say that it's not about their religion is not the.
It's
like,
not totally.
We're not
I mean,
saying
we're not
that their
saying that's
religion's
all
bad.
it is. Yeah.
Saying their religion's bad is not saying that all the people who follow it are bad.
Exactly.
You can't just be labeled a racist or an Islamophobe just because you say that there's a problem with their religion.
It's basically, I have the same complaints about Islam as I have about Christianity and Judaism because of what their books say.
No one calls you racist or anything because you talk about Christianity.
Exactly.
So I mean, you have to treat it the same way. And at least Christianity's reformed. Not all Christianity sects have reformed. I mean, you got the Westboro Baptist.
You got the KKK. They're fucking totally a Christian sect.
You can't deal in absolutes in situations like this. You can't. You can never deal in absolutes.
Only the Sith
deal in absolutes.
But yeah, so but it just people saying that, it just blows my mind because that's such a dishonest thing. Like, I mean, because you can't fucking read that shit in the Quran. And if you take it literally, even if you're trying to interpret it and trying to call it allegorical, it's still fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, this is why the Old Testament is the same way. Like, it's like, dude, even if you want to say it's metaphorical and allegorical, it's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, women are getting raped and fucking beaten and slaves.
If you rape a virgin, you can pay her daughter 25 gold pieces, and she's yours.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
really?
ridiculous. Fucking Muhammad marries a 9-year-old, you know, like.
It's just as stupid as the argument where they're like, well, if you didn't have a book of moral guidance, how would you know what was good or bad? Because people inherently know what's good or bad.
Yeah.
There are some psychopaths, people who have chemical and other imbalances.
Yeah.
But like on a general sense, people know what's good and bad, and furthermore, in a general sense, people are basically evil.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what we are.
I don't know. I feel like most people are pretty good, but I think a lot of them are impressionable, and there's still a lot of very bad people.
I think, honestly,
I think most people will be shady if they know they can get away with it.
The facade of society, if that crumbles, you'll see that the majority of people are not good.
Well, that's why The Walking Dead is so awesome. Because like that would literally be what it's like, because people like
your people are
biggest
more dangerous.
enemies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Your biggest enemies would be other people in that situation because everybody wants power.
Yeah,
and the people who don't want power want to just follow the most powerful. So they're always going to be fine. Switching allegiances and shit.
I mean, people are going to team up, and if you meet together, you're gonna one of two things are going to happen. You're going to join up, or you're going to kill each other.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna if society crumbles. If there's let's say that for somehow that there's 5 major attacks in the United States simultaneously.
Yeah.
We lose electricity. We lose the internet. We lose all tools of communication.
Dude, if we were to lose electricity alone in this country, shit would go down
real fast.
Shit would be so bad.
Exactly. That's the point. Like what I'm saying is, if something like that were to happen, then it would not. Walking Dead would be a fucking fairy tale you wish you could go back to.
You wish you could be like that, yeah.
Because your ass is going to get fucking killed. You're not Rick. The majority of you are not Rick.
Oh, yeah.
You're
99%
of
the world are not like those people.
No, you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be fucked.
The American... right. Zombieland put it out pretty good.
Yeah.
Rule 1, cardio.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're fucked on that.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, you can't barricade yourself in.
I figure like if I had a fully charged Segway, I could probably make it a couple days.
Like Paul Blart?
Yeah. I could probably make it at least 2 days.
I want you to do a Paul Blart sketch.
As long as I could at least I would be happy if I could last at least 2 days in the zombie apocalypse and kill 20 zombies. I would be happy.
Honestly, I have said this before. My roommate William can verify this. Some other people, I don't remember. But the worst possible thing would be to you don't even know that the zombie outbreak's occurring. You're just chilling, parked in a parking lot with your arm out the window, and you get bit.
Yeah, dude, that would be the worst.
And you're the zombie, you're like zombie fighter, right at the beginning.
You don't even get a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the worst thing.
Like you're patient number 2.
Yeah.
You're outbreak victim number 2. There was patient 0, and then he infected one of the doctors, and the doctor's the one that got you.
Yeah, because you're at the hospital seeing your sick grandma.
Yeah.
God, horrible.
That's how it goes down.
Jesus Christ.
Man, that was a hell of a pothole. We were talking about fucking ISIS. But yeah, I mean, look.
We were talking about Islam, not ISIS.
Well, yeah, Islam. But I mean, look, it's not, modern Islam, people that follow the interpretation of the peaceful version of Islam. Yeah, you can say that's a religion of peace, but you can't say that the Quran is a book of peace.
It's not.
You can't look at that and read it as it is and say that anything about it is peaceful. There's no context. There's no way you can interpret it. Okay, so Muhammad married a 9-year-old girl was allegorical to what?
Right, exactly. And that's what ISIS does, man. They're taking childhood sex slaves.
Yeah.
They're turning women into sex slaves. They're killing the men.
Yeah.
They're doing all this fucked up shit, man. They really are.
All just so they'll fucking be rewarded with their 72 virgins in the afterlife.
If they get to die. If
yeah.
not, who
if they
knows
martyr
what they
themselves.
get. Yeah, exactly.
That's when they get the virgins. But even if they just die, they still get to go and be with Allah.
Did you hear, and I might have mentioned this before, but did you hear about the soldier who got court-martialed for punching an Iraqi official in the face?
No.
All right, the Iraqi official had a 9-year-old boy that he was fucking.
What?
And the soldier found out about it, and when he called to get the boy, the soldier knocked him out, punched him in the face.
I'd have punched the shit out of him too.
Yeah, exactly. The soldier's getting court-martialed because that's part of their culture.
What?
That's part of their culture.
That's ridiculous.
All right.
And that all goes back to the religion. The religion validates those things. But people will say, no, that's just the culture. That's just how their laws are.
What the fuck do you think their culture's based off of?
Yeah, and exactly.
It's just their culture. Their culture is their religion.
Exactly.
It needs to be reformed.
Yeah.
I mean, even the guy from Cairo, who's basically like the Muslim Pope, at least of like Africa and that general area, which is the Middle East. He says that it needs to be reformed.
I mean, look, I know a few Muslim people, and they're not like that. They're not radicals or anything, you know.
I have nothing against
I don't either.
the majority.
Yeah. I mean,
and I recognize that it's the majority.
I would say 99% of any person that follows Islam that I've met has been a nice person, been generally a pretty good person.
Yeah.
I've never. Maybe one of them was an asshole, but I don't think he wanted to kill non-believers.
You know,
you know?
I don't go out and ask people what their religion is or what their religious beliefs are.
Well,
because
no,
I don't. You know, but I don't.
There are some though that wear it on their sleeves, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but like, I mean, we're not racist. We're not racist for saying this stuff. I mean, like. The whole country of Iran follows Sharia law.
Well, it's not racist to talk about a religion, and that's the big thing that people are on now.
But I mean, if someone listens to this, and they're brainwashed by the talking heads on television, they're gonna sit here and they're gonna try to say that we're racist.
No,
I'm not racist.
We're just talking about an ideology, really.
There are 3 guys. There are 4 or 5 guys actually that run the BP next to my work who are all from that region. Yeah, I don't know what country because I feel like it's almost rude to sit there and try to ask that.
Well,
kind of shit.
And when they're here and they're part of the working force, they're just other Americans.
Yeah, like I mean, it doesn't bother me. Like that's this whole thing about the Syrian refugee.
Yeah.
It's not racist to want to vet these people.
Yeah, they should be screened, like very hardcore screened.
Yeah.
I mean, like places have already, had issues with fucking Trojan horses. Yeah. Basically, people stolen away as refugees, but they're actually not.
And I mean, you can't expect the fucking TSA to do this shit either because they failed 70% of their bomb detections when their own agents were going through to test them.
The TSA is incompetent as fuck. They suck.
I mean, like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to afford this? How are we going to give them houses and food and school? I don't know. How are we affording that?
China's probably paying for it like they pay for everything else.
Why aren't places like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Jordan, Israel, why aren't these places taking any of these refugees in?
To them, it's retaliation from ISIS is what they're worried about.
Yeah, but I call bullshit. They're there and they're not joined up with ISIS. That's an incentive enough for it.
Yeah. Well, apparently from what I've heard, like all those countries, when they're offered the refugees or when the refugees request to come there, the number one reason that they're given for not being accepted is because ISIS has said anybody that takes in these refugees, we're going to hunt them down. We're going to fucking make your life a hell, pretty much. So it's like, if they're worried, according to their narrative, that if they take these refugees in, then the next day ISIS is going to show up fucking shit up.
So they don't think, that's not a real thing that could happen in America?
I mean, I don't know. I guess we are a little more confident. I don't know.
All right. Well, like I said before,
that's just something I've heard. I don't, who knows?
I mean, it's probably true, but they also call in bomb threats and shit all the fucking time, and nothing happens.
Yeah,
but guess what? It only took 8 people to do that in Paris.
Yeah.
So I saw a pretty interesting tweet. It said, "Okay, I have 10,000 M&Ms in a bowl. 10 of them are poison. You grabbing a handful?"
No. I mean, I get it.
Your chances are it's not.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take very many.
I just don't think we should completely shut off from them.
No,
I think there should be a
better
screening process.
We have to vet them hard. The director of the FBI said it's impossible to vet them all.
Yeah.
The UN is not doing a competent job of vetting them all. No. They're just relocating them.
They did catch a couple of them in Turkey before they got on a plane. I think it was in Turkey.
Yeah, but if it was in Turkey, it was the Turkish people that caught them. It wasn't the UN. You know what I mean?
October 2015 was the warmest October on record and the warmest month ever recorded relative to the month's average temperature, new NOAA report says.
NOAA.
So
the National Oceanic and Aeronautic Association.
That was just a breaking news thing at the top of the screen there. More than half the nation's governors say Syrian refugees not welcome. It's from CNN.com. More than half the nation's governors say they oppose letting Syrian refugees into their states, although the final say on the contentious immigration issue will fall to the federal government. You know what? This is going to be a nightmare. Like, just because, like, we've gone through this before in America. Jewish people immigrating here during fucking before and during World War II and even after.
That's a thing that people don't want to talk about, though, is because pre-World War II, pre-Pearl Harbor America, corporations and parts of the government were pro-Nazi.
Yeah.
All right? Anti-Semitism was big here.
It was fucking crazy here, and it's kind of it's kind of the same thing in a way. Like, I mean, they weren't blowing shit up. But,
see, this is their plan.
I'm not saying the refugees are either, but I'm saying,
This is why I think that America purposefully created, continues to fund,
also went through with the Japanese,
and is puppeting ISIS for this reason, because what they're doing in a vast majority of of Western Europe is that they're creating a fascist type, racist fueled anger against all Muslims, and they're doing this here in America. And that's fueling more Muslims to join into ISIS.
If that's what they're doing a good job.
They are. They're playing both sides.
I see a lot of fucking anti-Muslim shit going down.
Which is not the point.
Yeah.
But this is what's going on. They're playing both sides. Both sides are being played by the exact same person. All right? No, it's motherfucking Palpatine. I swear to God, there is an entity that is pulling strings like Palpatine. I do. I know that. All right. ISIS is trying to get Assad out of Syria. America wants Assad out of Syria. Do you know who fund in Syria? The moderate Syrian rebels who fly what? The ISIS flag. We openly admit to arming and paying and training the moderate Syrian rebels. Okay? We do this. There are pictures of John McCain with the members of ISIS, okay? And it's not like he's on his knees getting his head cut off. I mean, they're doing it good. They're fueling hate on both sides. Yeah. And this is what they want.
But what is the end game? Is it
depopulation?
Well, no. This is where I'm going. You turn everybody against Muslims, and you get them all to agree to just wipe out all the Muslim countries. That way we can just go in and take all the oil we want.
Yes.
I mean, that would be the immediate goal that I could see.
That is the immediate goal.
Yeah.
We continue to build up places like Saudi Arabia and give them all the money that they want. So yeah, that's the immediate goal.
So basically, we would end up turning the Middle East into like Texas Part 2. Just like oil fields and shit, as far as I can see, that America owns all of it. Well, America and like
not
like
America,
the UN. The UN owns all of it,
or whatever they'll call themselves.
At that point,
it changes.
The New World Order,
the NWO, the Illuminati, goddamn Masons. But no, I mean that's
my
seriously,
stepdad's a Freemason.
That's conspiracy level. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in. I've already got an in, so
you're lucky.
Not worried about it.
You're lucky, but man, I honestly think that like how many people do you think would have to be on Earth to sustain an average American life for people? An average at this point is right at or above poverty. So what do you think it would take? How many people on the planet to be able to sustain that and the planet?
What, like to be able to eat what you want to eat every day?
To be able to live an average American life, everyone on the planet, and sustain the planet's health. How many people?
I think 1 billion. Probably be enough.
It's 500 million.
Oh, really? That's close.
500 million people in order to be able to have enough, like, to treat the earth correctly and raise what we need to feed and house all those people and provide the average American life to them. That's not a lot of people, considering we have almost 8 billion.
Yeah. So, Yeah, the Syrian refugees thing, again, like, I don't want to turn them away, but I think they should be vetted. I think there should be a really, really tough screening process. And I don't really think, like, putting them in camps or whatever, but at least put them somewhere in, like, a meantime type of situation. Like, look, you guys can come in here. I mean, and surely they'll understand.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's way better than what they came from.
Well,
the majority of them.
I know that Glenn Beck is bringing in Syrian and Iraqi refugees.
What, to work on his show?
No, to move in here, like people who have opened up their houses, like they've raised like I think like almost $10 million.
Yeah.
To bring, I forgot how much they said it was, but like they're vetting them too, and apparently 2 countries are using their vetters as well to allow their people in there because it's so good and so sure.
Yeah.
But, you know, that just means that Glenn Beck's probably going to get killed once he brings these people over here if ISIS is here.
You think so? I think that'd be one of the first strikes.
Maybe not one of the first, but, like, as soon as he, like, because, like, he's moving them in around Christmas time, but he's being very secretive about the details and everything.
Where's he moving them to?
All over. Like, people who have
Glenn
donated.
Beck is doing this.
Yeah.
That's weird.
No, I mean, well, he's a compassionate guy.
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying it's just like...
like, that's the thing, like... Another reason, even though he is on the right side of the political aisle, you have to bring in Christianity for some reason, and it's stupid.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, we need more than 2 parties, but yeah, he's doing that, so he's helping. So, I mean, you can't just say no. But what's Cruz say? Does he say something stupid?
This is from Huffington Post. Ted Cruz last year. We should welcome Syrian refugees, and we can do it safely.
Well, that sounds reasonable.
Let's see here. Let me get it up on the screen.
Unless he's changed his opinion now, right?
I'm guessing he probably has because he's trying to run for president, and
I don't know.
The popular Republican opinion is to keep him out. It seems. So let's see. Oh shit! I may have to turn the volume back up.
I'm gonna build a wall. And Mexico's going to build it and pay for it?
While negotiators are meeting in Geneva, the violence in Syria is escalating. Government warplanes pounded a rebel-held town near the Lebanese border today. One human rights group says 5,000 people...
To 6.5 million people displaced within Syria and 2.5 million refugees in countries nearby.
The Syria humanitarian crisis is the defining humanitarian crisis of this century.
There are calls refugees should be resettled away from the region. UN 3,000 of the most vulnerable.
We have welcomed refugees, the tired, huddled masses for centuries. That's been the history of the United States. We should.
And that's one thing I've said too. I mean, I hate that I'm agreeing with Ted Cruz on something, but I mean, people are always talking about immigration and shit. I'm like, America was built on immigration. Like, I feel like if anything, we should probably be one of the most. I mean, look, it is dangerous, sure, to be so accepting of new people. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean...
Do it safely.
Yeah, you can do it safely. There are ways to go about it, and there could be better ways to go about it. But, I mean, this country was founded on immigration. You know? I mean, maybe it's due time that somebody comes in here and does us like we did the Indians. You know? The Native Americans.
No, not before Star Wars comes out, buddy.
We got to see Star Wars first, so y'all hold up. But, yeah, I don't want that to happen either. But, you know, I'm just saying. You know, we were built on immigration, so it's like, I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, you know Kentucky's a major striking point, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially Richmond.
Well, yeah, Richmond because of the chemical depot.
Yep.
In between Winchester and Avon, or Winchester and Lexington is Avon, and out there they have the second largest military contractor that operates in the United States and across the globe.
Yep.
And I think somewhere near Powell County, we have like 2 power generators that if they went out, we'd knock out like a lot of power would start failing in like the whole eastern seaboard.
That's why
Kentucky's and Fort Knox.
Yeah.
Kentucky's a prime target for strikes, and people don't really think so.
No. But that's why I'm going to move to North Dakota or Montana. Maybe Montana.
I just go Canada.
Or no, Wyoming. I got a homie out in Wyoming.
How about Alaska?
I don't know. I feel like Alaska's easy access, though.
Yeah,
like anything close to water, I don't want to be there.
But it could be night 30 days in a row. You could sleep for 30 straight days.
I'd be down with that.
Never see the sun. That would be tits.
All right, let's see what else he says.
Continue to do so.
So far, the U.S. hasn't been too welcoming to those caught between rebels and the Assad regime. After 3 years of fighting, only 109 Syrian refugees have been accepted. The U.S. says $1.7 billion in aid, plus the hope the war would end soon, were reasons for letting refugees threatening the U.S.
We have to continue to be vigilant to make sure those coming are not affiliated with the terrorists, but we can do that.
Washington has...
Yeah, I mean, why not? Mm-hmm. I mean, look, yeah, sure, 1 or 2 are going to slip through no matter what.
They're already here.
Yeah, they're already here, first of
play,
all.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah, there's most likely they have affiliates here. There's no question about it. Now, is it as bad as, like, Alex Jones or some of these people say? I don't think so. Like, I don't believe the fucking base in Mexico shit.
I think it could take I think it could literally take 10, 12 people to really fuck up Washington, D.C.
Maybe not even that many if they plan it out carefully enough.
And you know that you know that they're planning out shit very well.
Oh, yeah.
Now eased immigration restrictions, including some which barred even those with occasional contact with U.S.-approved fighters. Thousands of Syrians could come.
We are working very quickly now to respond to referrals from UNHCR.
It looks like that was all that Ted Cruz said on it. But yeah,
Is he saying something different now, though?
I don't think so.
I
mean,
is there more to this article?
Let's see. Interviewed in February 2014, Texas Senator Ted Cruz declared that Syrian refugees could be permitted into the United States and argued that this could be done without jeopardizing national security. Then he says the same shit he just said in that video. Since last week's Paris attacks, the GOP presidential candidate has been a fierce critic of the Obama administration's policy to permit some Syrian refugees in the United States.
Yep, he flip-flopped.
Yeah, of course he did. Like I said, he's a Republican candidate. He's going to go with whatever the party line does. Quote, it is nothing less than lunacy, Cruz said on Saturdays, citing security concerns. It makes no sense whatsoever for us to be bringing in refugees who our intelligence cannot determine if they are terrorists here to kill us or not. Those who are fleeing persecution should be resettled in the Middle East in the majority Muslim countries. So yeah, he just completely said the opposite here.
Yep.
Like he says, it makes no sense whatsoever for us to be bringing in refugees who our intelligence cannot determine if they are terrorists here to kill us or not.
I mean,
but he just said that we could, that we could probably find a way to do that.
Yeah, but we have to do it first. If we
Yeah.
can't do it, then they can't come in.
Yeah.
If we don't know who they are, they can't come in. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I do. Like, you have to prove to me that you're not part of a fucking any kind of terrorist organization.
You know?
Ask the people and ask the families in Paris.
Well,
if
I mean,
it's reasonable.
Yeah, it's reasonable, and it's like, it's not racist for one.
It's not.
Because because they're coming from that area. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're coming from Syria and these places that have heavy terrorist activity, heavy radical Islamist activity. You know, so like it stands to reason that you would make sure that none of them fall into that category.
Yeah.
Because look, yes, probably 99% of them are legitimately people trying to get away from the shit. But I mean, there could still, and there have been a couple here and there in certain places. You know, so you have to take it seriously.
I mean,
you can't just say everybody come in and we'll deal with it later. You know.
You know what else we have to stop doing?
What's that?
We have to stop pretending that attacks that have already happened over here are like not related to radical Islam.
Yeah.
It's not workplace violence.
No.
Beheading a woman is not workplace violence. Fucking that guy in Chattanooga that shot the cops.
No.
That was not just or shot the Marines.
Yeah.
That was not just random. They called for you to do that. They had called for their people in America to kill cops and to kill military members. And
it's just weird that it only happened once though. Like
false flag.
Maybe.
I mean, I hate saying that.
Man,
because I feel like that.
And look, let's just say this: the Paris attacks were not a false flag. It was not a fucking setup.
Real.
That shit fucking happened. It was a real fucking tragedy. There was people talking about crisis actors again, which was debunked all the shit, but yet people still keep bringing it up. This was a real thing that happened. Like, I hate these fucking people. Every time something big like this happens, they claim it's a fucking, like, every time.
All right.
Nothing
Well,
nothing ever really happens to these people.
I'm not gonna call it a false flag, but I still say that this is like a singular person's fault.
Well, and it's something that could have been
didn't-
prevented.
Well, it
There were
happened
warnings.
because yeah, of course there were. There are always warnings.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying that like we're making this happen. The people who are pushing a new agenda are making this happen.
Yeah.
Putin came out and said that 40 nations who are a part of the GDP and the summit fund ISIS.
Yeah.
He came out and said that their intelligence have showed this.
Yeah.
We buy their fucking oil still. We
Yeah.
still do all this stupid shit, and
Yeah.
we're not doing anything to stop it. We're giving them brand new fucking cars. We're supplying them with arms. We're giving them food.
Yep.
You want to say there's only 50,000 of them? Well, then get the fuck over there and kill them.
Exactly. If it's that easy of a problem to get rid of.
I mean, tell me why. Tell me why we didn't attack a facility. Okay, if our strategy is working, when Paris bombed Rakati or whatever it was, and they took out a training camp and a headquarters right there at like the top of Syria or Iraq. You know where they got the intelligence for where those were at? America. Why didn't we bomb them? If we knew where the fuck those places were, why didn't we bomb them? You see stretches of highway with just trucks, and the only thing they are oil tankers full of ISIS oil being driven by ISIS soldiers, and we just let them keep driving? I mean, we could do this. We could do this even with the airstrikes, but we'd have to step it up a whole lot, and we can't.
Well, I mean, it's clear that, this isn't a WMDs in Iraq situation. This isn't a searching for Osama situation. This is, we know where they are. We know who they are. We mostly know, like, everything about these people. It could be easily, like, yeah, there's still going to be pockets of them here and there that we're not going to catch.
Right.
But the center hub would be easy to take out.
I mean, think about this, though. Why did we get mad at Russia when they started bombing ISIS in Syria? Why? Because we want ISIS to succeed. Not we as a people, but we as the people who are pulling the strings back there, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, it's obvious. And you can call me a loon, you can call me a nut, but it's going to get worse, and there's going to be attacks on American soil, and they could stop it, but they don't want to.
I'm holding my supreme judgment to see. I think you make some good points, but I'm not completely sold on us.
That's
like,
fine.
I know we buy their oil, and I think that's enough, enabling enough.
Isn't that treason,
You know what I'm saying?
technically,
Like,
to buy oil and supply them with guns?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that's how we fund them. I don't think, like, the whole training them and shit, I think some of that might be true to an extent, but I think that the funding all comes from buying their goods, like their oil and shit like that. And look, they grow poppies and shit over there for opium. And
that's the whole reason we're still in Afghanistan.
Yeah, like our fucking pharmaceuticals here need poppies. We need opium for most of our pain medication. So that's another way we're funding them. Shit like that. But I mean, just straight up giving them money and weapons. I don't know. I think we're giving them the money and they're getting it
I'd
somehow.
love to get into national politics and just shake it up. They'd kill me. They'd kill me, but I'd love to get in there because they're just fucking they're fucking it up for us, for my kids, for my kids' kids. If my kids can even get to have kids,
It's gonna be interesting to see how shit is 20 years from now, if I even make it that far.
I don't think we'll recognize it.
Probably not.
For better or for worse, I don't think we will.
There was one thing. As of today, 129 dead as a result of the Paris attacks,
and
like 300 something actually injured.
Yeah, like 90 some odd critically injured.
Yeah.
So they don't expect all of them to make it.
Yeah. The death toll goes up by the day. It was like 118 or something yesterday.
Yeah.
Or maybe 120, something like that. So I got one more thing to say on the Syrian issue, and I just wanted to say this because my friend on Facebook, Joe, he posted this, and I agreed with it to a certain extent, and I felt it was worth sharing because I've been seeing the people posting the shit about the homeless veterans and shit, and he made a really good point about this, so I'm going to read what he posted. I flat out hate the popular meme, quote, why is Obama helping 10,000 Syrians while there are 50,000 homeless vets, unquote. This is an extremely misleading meme that promotes one political initiative that has nothing to do with the other. Since 2010, The president, HUD, the VA, and multiple partners have worked together on the, quote, End Veteran Homelessness Initiative. Yes, there are 50,000 homeless veterans, at least in January 2014, but in 2010 there were 75,000. That's a 33% decrease. The largest decrease of any individual category in homelessness in the last 5 years. And the trend has shown to be consistent since the initiative started. If you have an issue with the Syrian refugees, don't pretend you care about the homeless veterans. One issue has nothing to do with the other, so stop using one issue as a scapegoat to support the other. Ending homelessness for veterans requires work, training programs, and mental health care services. Fun fact, New Orleans recently was able to issue that they have no homeless veterans due to housing and social initiatives put in place to help them out, which all stemmed from Michelle Obama's mayor's challenge to end veteran homelessness. If you care about homeless vets, then do something about it. Write your senator and tell them to increase spending on social programs for the homeless. Volunteer your time or donate your money to programs that help homeless people. That is how you help end homelessness, not by posting a hateful meme. So that was it. I agree with that. And
like he's basically saying don't politicize it.
Well, and he's basically saying, look, we are working on the homeless vets problem.
Yeah.
It is something that's being done. If you don't think enough's being done, contact some people. Maybe actually donate some of your own money, some of your own time to fix it.
Yeah.
I
mean, they literally politicized it.
It's not the same thing as the Syrians, is basically, it's a completely different situation.
It's not. But we have to do more to help everybody.
Yeah. But it is, though. It's one thing we've been working on for a long time and continue to work on and continue to make dents in the percentages, and this is a new thing, this mass immigration thing. And it's not something that, again, they're not neglecting the homeless is basically what he's saying. It's like, do some research first.
Yeah.
I just thought that was important to kind of bring some light to. But yeah, shit, I don't know. Just to recap, I mean, look, regardless of what you think about the Islamic religion, you can't deny the things it says. And look, sure, maybe the people, the heads of ISIS and whoever is pulling the strings there, is influencing them with the religion to carry out these things, for their own political ideas, so maybe to the people pulling the strings, it is about oil, it is about geopolitics and whatever else. But whenever they have their soldiers there, they're like, we need to take these people out in the name of Allah, and that's how they motivate them. So there you go. It's the fucking religion. Like, how can you deny that? That's what they're using to get them to do what they're doing. That's the only thing I can say about it. And people keep saying it's not, and I'm just like, God.
And they're gonna call you.
They're gonna call you
racist.
Yeah,
they're gonna call you an Islamophobe.
Yeah,
for
because I don't trust the fucking religion that talks about killing people that don't believe in that specific God.
Just because, the thing is, man, these people who are 100% PC, they have the exact same fucking thoughts in their head. They just aren't gonna say it out in fucking public because they're a bunch of fucking bitches.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's all I gotta say about it. You got anything else?
Yeah, man, America runs it. That's my theory, man, and I'm sticking to it. This is all America's fault, and not Americans, but America's.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah. All right, so we'll end on some lightheartedness.
All right, man, back to the good shit.
Yeah. So Fallout 4 came out last week, and I've been playing that a little bit. I've only played maybe 6.5 hours on it. Which anybody that's also playing Fallout 4 knows that's bullshit. Like I told Cody earlier, I haven't played it a lot because I haven't had a lot of time to spare. Because the first night that I played it for 4 hours, and then I didn't get a whole lot done, or maybe 3 hours. I didn't get a whole lot done because most of the time I spent making my character.
Yeah,
But then the next day I played it, I only had like an hour to kill before work, so I was like, fuck it, I'll turn it on and do a couple things, you know, a couple missions. No, I got through like 10 minutes of the first mission and it was like, there's no way, because I kept dying. The first thing they put you in is this altercation with this giant fucking monster, and you don't have any. You're like a level 2, you know, and you don't have any good weapons yet. You haven't had time to really craft any good weapons. You get a fucking minigun that runs out of ammo halfway through fighting this motherfucker. And you're lucky if you have this laser gun thing that helps a little bit. It took me like 50 tries to beat this fucking thing. And maybe I just wasn't doing it right. There's probably some asshole out there listening to this like,
you suck at gaming.
Yeah, you suck, noob. You know, but it just seemed kind of weird that they threw that at you so soon in the game.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty sweet game. I guess I could play the footage while we're talking about it. The graphics,
I heard that they're supposed to be so fucking impressive it makes you want to fuck yourself.
No, I don't agree.
No?
The graphics were overhyped, I think. Like, I feel like this game could have been on PS3, honestly. It didn't look
it's not as real.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain times where there's like a lot of clipping and shit, like not in the frames, but like in the textures and shit.
Yeah.
It's weird to describe. I mean, it's beautiful still. I mean,
look at that ass.
Yeah, it's nice ass. But I mean, it's still a beautiful game. It just, you know, the way they hyped it up and the way they showed it off at E3 kind of made it seem like it was going to be a little more detailed and shit, and like the people all kind of still move very robotically.
The faces are still, they're like basically on par with like Skyrim.
Yeah. So, I mean, the game itself is huge though, so that's why it has to be on a PS4 or an Xbox One.
I mean, you can't devote that much graphics to, and like when you're actually going to have that much space.
Well, that was another thing I was going to say is like whenever you're going to have that much shit in the world and you're going to have that much shit to do, of course the graphics are going to suffer.
Wait. Were people saying that the graphics were good, or were they complaining about them?
They were complaining about them.
Like, no, when at E3?
No, not at E3. When the game was, like, getting ready to come out and people were seeing more footage of it and shit. They were like, oh, this doesn't look like we thought it would. You know? That's that motherfucker.
That guy?
That big monster,
son of a bitch?
yeah.
Is that a Deathclaw?
Yeah, that's what it's called. I don't remember. And, like, the building shit, I haven't even really got into doing that yet. And the VAT system, which is the targeting system, I haven't even got into that yet. But it's pretty sweet, though. I mean, I'm probably going to play some more tonight. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm probably going to fucking sit here until the sun comes up.
Word.
But it's funny, you meet, in that first mission, you meet this old lady that's, what does she call it? See, this is from the first mission, right there. Oh, shit.
That was close.
That was almost bad.
We almost lost the podcast.
We almost lost it 2 hours in. So, I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing all this other shit. But, yeah, this is the first time I've ever played a Fallout game. And I'm liking it so far, even though I haven't got to do a whole lot yet.
Look at that ass.
God damn.
Yeah.
They did a good job on that.
Uh-huh.
Does it ever make you feel weird to be attracted
No.
to fucking hot video game and cartoon characters?
Nope. See, I used to think that way, and then I heard like a couple other people ask that question. I'm like, nope, not weird anymore.
Sometimes it makes me feel weird.
I'm,
But then
I'm
just
fine
like,
with it. I don't care.
I look at one of those hot ass pictures of Harley Quinn and I'm like, I'm good with it.
I mean, if you can beat off to it, then
Yeah, you know.
Then, I can't say it's not weird if you can beat off to it, because people beat off to a lot of weird shit.
The story kind of confuses me though, because it's like, all right, you go into this Fallout shelter and they trick you. They're like, hey, put on this suit and go into this chamber and it's going to decontaminate you because like you've been outside when the radiation hit, you know?
Yeah.
And so they put you in, but instead of like, it freezes you like cryogenically. So like your wife or your husband, whichever way you go with it, is in the pot across from you. You can see her or him. And so the first time it unthaws, it doesn't say how long it's been. But they take your kid away and they kill your spouse.
What?
And then they freeze you back. And then when you wake up, you find out I think it's been 200 years or 300 maybe. And you're looking for your son. And you're like, I saw them take him. And he's talking about how like the son was just a baby. So he's looking for his baby son, and I'm like, well, how long ago was that?
Yeah.
That they took your son? Because he could be like 50 years old now.
Or he could be dead if they took
or
him
dead,
like 3
yeah.
years into it.
Exactly. So it's not really clear. I mean, I'm sure that's going to be a twist that comes up. I'm suspecting that you're going to meet.
Guy.
Well, yeah, maybe. Or I'm suspecting that you're going to come into contact with somebody that's like, your age.
Yeah.
At some point, and you're going to find out that he's your kid or something. But, I mean, yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's very overwhelming because I haven't really dedicated a whole lot of time to a game since GTA 5 came out.
Right.
So I'm kind of like trying to ease into it. I don't know. It's not like I don't have a lot of free time. I just have a short attention span. So like I procrastinate on playing games like this because I know I'll have to play them forever, like hours at a time. And I'm more of like a 30-minute to an hour long burst type of guy, But yeah, the armor thing is pretty fun. The suit and
that's cool.
Yeah. But that's all I have to really say. It's it's still
you
impressive.
Have to be a human.
Huh?
You have to be a human.
Yeah. It starts up and god damn that ass.
Yeah.
It's like god damn it. I want to be a fucking video game character.
Let us know in the comments if we're weird for thinking that's a good looking ass.
I mean, it's a nice ass.
What's that bitch's name? Sarkeesian? She's gonna
comment.
comment.
Let us know, Anita.
Let us know, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just rape you through a podcast?
This game is anticipated to be rated mature. I've never seen them do that before. This is another one of the trailers. I think this is the launch trailer.
Like at E3.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't really have any complaints about it other than, the graphics aren't what I was expecting, but at the same time, there's so much to do in the game that I don't really notice it. Except for when people are talking. Like when you're talking to other like NPCs and shit like that in the game, like they look very robotic and just very puppeted, The dog's fun.
Like those graphics look great.
Yeah. This isn't what the game ended up looking like at all. I think that's why people got kind of pissed off, because it doesn't look like this. It's close, But yeah, he looks a lot smoother in this commercial.
Or maybe your PlayStation 4 isn't strong enough.
Yeah, that's what it is.
This is all on PC.
Yeah, this is the PC version. It could be actually because the PC version requires a beast of a fucking video card to get the full specs out of. But yeah, this dog finds you at the beginning of the game and he kind of becomes your best buddy and helps you out. But yeah, I'd definitely recommend it. Anybody that's got some serious time to spend on playing a game.
I do.
And I guess that's about before we go, if you are interested in buying Fallout 4, and you should be because it's fucking awesome, go to dubcast.tv, our official website, and click on the Amazon links and go buy it that way because we are trying to grow the YouTube channel, trying to get some new equipment and maybe even a new computer and shit like that. So we just need a bunch of odds and ends to start doing better productions and actually filming YouTube videos. We got some ideas for some skits and some other things we want to do, but we can't do it without some extra fundage. So basically, if you go, and I'll put a link in the description to our Amazon affiliate page, you can go on there and buy anything, and we will get a small commission. And hopefully, if enough people will do that, it doesn't cost you anything extra. You just same fucking process as always if you're using Amazon. Is go on there, fucking buy what you buy, and we'll get a kickback from it. But you have to use the link. I'll put one in the description, or you can go to dubcast.tv and help us build the channel. Become a executive producer just by buying shit off Amazon.
If you buy something off Amazon and comment on either the Facebook page or a YouTube video, we will thank you and dedicate 5 minutes of the next episode to you.
I'm down with that. And I was actually kind of thinking about doing a contest.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get enough people interested. Giving away maybe one of my unopened pop figures or something.
Ooh.
Like I've got that rare
Like,
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man over there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a rare one. I could give that away, you know. So we'll say, you know, I don't know if I will give that away, but maybe if we end up doing it, we'll do it kind of like, you know, hey, if you buy something, send us a screenshot of your receipt, you know, and I'll even have a record of it, but, you know, just for the...
Or, I mean, you know, we could do like an Amazon gift card.
I was thinking of that too.
In that way,
Yeah.
that's a double whammy for us. Because
Mhm.
we give you an Amazon gift card. Like, you like comment, like, and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Buy something from Amazon, enter it into a drawing. Then we're going to give you an Amazon gift card, and you can buy more shit on Amazon and give us more kickback.
Exactly. So we might do something like that. I've been thinking about it. But yeah, and I'm also doing a holiday gift guide. If you follow us on, follow me on Twitter at Tony Dubs, or find us on Facebook, Chronic Confusion. You see the things there on the screen. Find us on there. I'm doing a holiday gift guide. I'm putting up 2 links every day to just cool shit I find on Amazon. You may or may not be interested in it, but even if you're not, you can click on it and search for something else within Amazon, and I'll still get the money. You know, so I'll still get the commission as long as you click on that link first and use that. So check it out. I'm going to be doing it up until probably up until the 20th of next month. You know, just right before Christmas.
Whoa.
You
Hey,
know.
man. Speaking of next month.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I am excited, man. I was thinking about it earlier today. I was like, man, I kind of wish it was already December.
Yep.
It's
close. It's close.
I fucking watched the thing again, the trailer.
And I mean,
the international one.
We're going on the road for the first time.
Yes, we are going to be on location at Regal.
Mm-hmm. In Lexington.
Regal
Hamburg.
Cinema in Lexington, Kentucky, Hamburg Pavilion.
I will be fully decked out in Kylo Ren attire.
Yes, you will. We're going to hopefully film it. I got my camera. I'm going to try to figure out some way to record the audio. The camera microphone might be good enough, but I don't know. Might just use my smartphone or something as a microphone. But we'll figure out something. But yeah, we're going to go out there and we're going to do a live kind of thing, interview some people in line, kind of talk about the movie before and after the movie. And
I'm going to look awesome.
Yeah, he's going to be in costume. We'll probably make you do all the on-camera work since you'll be in costume, like interviewing people and
I
shit.
hope there's a slave Leia, and I hope she's down with some, like, dance moves.
Well, you know, Slave Leia is sexist, so there probably won't be any.
Bullshit, man. Star Wars fans love that shit.
Yeah, I agree. And we talked about on the last episode, Slave Leia is the best thing that ever happened, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's all we got. Again, go to Chronic Confusion on Facebook, Twitter at Tony Dubs, at Adolf Klittler. Check out the gift guide. Check out dubcast.tv. Buy some shit on Amazon. I get a very small kickback, but it might be enough if enough people do it and if enough people share it, share the posts and whatnot. It might end up being enough to get us at least started on the YouTube channel. But anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Chronic Confusion. Finally, 21. 21 weeks old, though, so I don't know if that counts for anything.
A dozen dog years.
Exactly. That means we're at least like a year old.
Yeah.
But anyways, thanks for listening, man, and do all that stuff. And most of all, watch out for the potholes. We'll see you.